Welcome back to Brine and Tide. Last time, the party, after returning, uh, scoured the mine, discovered some hidden loot from what might have been a former mine overseer, tucked away in a corner, found some gear, discovered a rather significant chunk of crystallized aurum that was managed to be extracted thanks to Ioane's help, and heading up top with the rescued miners, you rejoin those that had already been freed topside and decided to descend east westward towards the more gentler slopes of the kind of southern peninsula of the island. And as Corono and Amon decided to take a trip, flying most of the day across the island, discovering a little lookout point on one of the island's smaller mountains, and then flying up towards the village, you didn't have a aggressive encounter with a bandit fly who decided to try and take out the strangely shaped bird flying around, much to its inevitable demise. But eventually, you arrived safe in the village after another misunderstanding, as a on edge lizard folk threw a javelin at you. But you were greeted and welcomed to the village as friends. You told the village what was required, and Utroth, the war leader, set off to prepare transport to go recover everyone, while the two of you recuperated and were treated to a dinner. As back at the with the rescuers or the rescued miners, you trudged through the jungle, found a decent clearing thanks to some local knowledge from some of the rescued lizard folk. That was until the storm, one of the summoned storms, rolled in, and a downpour began, extinguishing your campfires for the night. And but as Quiet Hearts has done several nights before, noticed a peculiar little uh, pixie that had been following them and befriended recently. As now that, and then eventually realizing that it had something to say, Rayan was brought in, able to understand the little fey creature, as it was convinced to lead the group towards supposed safety and shelter, leading towards a rather large tree, larger than the rest around it. Large, wide branches, low to the ground, lots of shelter. And as you were huddling there, preparing for a cold, dark night, mushrooms seemed to start to sprout and glow with a warmth and heat, or warmth and light, similar to torches. Well, not adequate enough to cook food or anything. It was enough for everyone to start drying off and settle in for the night. But that was when, as across the island, Amon and Corona, you joined the lizard folk on some salvage ships, starting to head south through the stormy waters. Probably the safest Probably the safest way to traverse them currently, now that you have a cleric of the storm, Viper, guiding it. But back south, we left off discovering. Um, Also, we are updating the just for anyone who actually listens to this campaign. There is. Ryoko noticed there was an extra member among the rescued miners, where once there was
Yeah.
25, there was now 26. And that's where we left off. As Quiet Hearts, you and Ran have been kind of, or Quiet Hearts, you looked up and saw the pixie up in the tree branches next to what seemed to be a face not carved, but formed out of the bark in the flash of lightning for briefly. But that's where we left off with. Let's see, Yowane, Ryoko, Quiet Hearts, and Rand down there with the rescues. What y'all gonna do now? So far, only Ryoko has noticed. Also, and you are all heading towards the southern beaches, which is why that red line is there.
Ryoko tries to get to Kurano.
Kurano is up on the boat with Amon.
Oh shit! And Amon's going to Yoane. Yoane, somehow our group has increased in size by 1 since running from the storm. There's another person here that wasn't here before.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So, do you know, or?
I don't know which one. They all like we haven't really gotten a chance to get to know these people. I just counted and there's an extra one here. There's one that we did not have leaving the mines.
Yeah, I don't remember picking up anybody else after we left.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. That seems a little worrying, doesn't it?
Yeah. What are we gonna do about it, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god!
You know what? You think about that. I'm gonna tell some of the others who I know are who they're supposed to be. Gonna go to.
You see, Rayan. Well, yeah. What's Rayan and Quiet Hearts? What are you up to now? You said your mother heading them.
Yes, yeah. She's just going on like, "Are you okay? You know, make sure you don't drink too much all at once, or make sure you don't eat too much all at once." Yes, that's a very nice bug.
Rayan telling people not to eat too much is very funny to me.
All right.
Hey, she's in fact the perfect person to know how much you should eat.
No.
How much should I eat? I don't know. Are you up to the galaxy yet? Then keep going.
Oh no, I could still go for more. Honey, you ate the table! There's nothing to place the food on!
Oh, yes, that's what she's doing.
Quiet Hearts is just interacting with the pixie because the pixie's very distracting.
The pixies return to the branches above, but you do see them like sit perched up there, just kind of keeping an eye, watching, observing.
Yeah, they gave a couple waves and they're turning their attention back to the peoples. That's not really much else.
Right? We'll like make a pass. God damn it! Make a pass by. No, that's not better. She'll check on the players too, just make sure they're doing okay.
Alright, you make a pass at Quiet Hearts.
I didn't know this was a poly thing. All right.
You did it? Anyway, yeah. She'll like check on Quiet Hearts. She'll check on Ryoko and Yoane. Although Yoane and Ryoko are sequestered by themselves at the moment.
Yeah, what's the plan? Everyone's just other rescue people are just kind of milling about. Well, not really milling about. They're seated around the clusters of porch, these porch mushrooms. Because they're not. It's like not one big central thing. They're like smaller groupings, so almost like campfires. So they're like all kind of split up between like 4 or 5 of these little clusters.
Okay.
I know you
Cool.
wandered off to go inform the others, but I just had a thought, Ryoko.
Yeah.
Well, Ioane will like come over and ask you. So, like, you've been a sneak person for a while, right?
Well, it's basically my occupation.
Yeah. So, you're like, what do you do when someone's hiding in plain sight?
Insight checks, I suppose.
Sorry, what was that? Someone messaged me.
I guess insight or investigation check to see if I can figure out any clues about someone acting too casual.
Yeah, that would be an insight.
Okay.
Because you're looking into people's behaviors.
Oh my god.
I was gonna ask, like, Ryoko's own past of, has she had any experience with the hide in plain sight thing? That
She
works
absolutely
too.
does.
Oh.
But a nat
Think-
1
Well-
says
Yeah. Yeah, Ryoko, you start looking around, but then there's a moment where you actually hear like a fluttering as you look up, as you realize this tree is sheltered, but as you realize when the lightning flashes, there are quite a few bats just kind of chilling up in the tree, seemingly taking shelter from the storm as well.
can't tell with the fucking storm. It's really hard to focus.
Sorry. But,
I'm not trying to give Ryoko a bat phobia.
well,
Yeah, don't you dare. You've already attacked frogs in this campaign. Don't you dare attack bats too.
I like frogs. There's a reason why the moon singers are frogs.
but yeah,
What's next, moths? Anyway.
you already asked that. I mean, like, what do you do? Maybe I can help somehow. Know what to look for.
I mean, if you want to. Now, since Ryoko got the nat 1, I don't know if I'd let her roll again. But if she wants to, if now you like want to try taking the lead and she's assisting, then I might give you an advantage.
I'm just trying to tease out more backstory.
No, don't let me interfere with that then.
What? We're getting
How
Go
about it?
Man? We'll do it later. So what's your backstory?
Well, asking backstory to help inform my character's next decision.
Yes.
Trusting her lead.
Okay. So the big thing about trying to blend into a crowd is that this is hard because I am not a master assassin personally. The big thing about trying to blend into a crowd is that you're trying to simulate all of the mannerisms of a person being normal without doing anything that draws attention to yourself. So really we're looking for the blandest person here. Someone who is not being completely still, but doing everything they can to be uninteresting.
Huh. Well,
Would you like a list of the people there?
sure.
It's
Sure, I got
just
their names.
It's not a list of names. It's just how many of what people are
Okay.
there.
Well,
So there are 9 lizard folk. There's the Flowborn guy that was operating the winch that you met. There are 2 goblins, 4 humans, 2 hobgoblins, 2 brine dwarfs, a tiefling, and 2 elves. 1 shade and 1 wood. The shade elves are the settings version of drow elves.
well,
Because they live in the understory of the Tangle jungle.
someone trying to blend in, like doing everything else is doing, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are doing the same thing. Like, everyone we rescued should be bone tired and hungry and thirsty. So,
Yeah, when you-
should we be looking for someone who isn't?
Seems appropriate. It's a place to start.
Well, I don't really know how to read people that well, though. I just scare the shit out of them.
Aw.
And aside from going each and every one person and, like, shaking them like a rag doll, I don't think my normal methods are gonna work.
Have I noticed anything off during my rounds?
Can you imagine Ioane playing Among Us? Are you the imposter? Slap. Are you the imposter? Slap.
The imposter tries to snap his neck, he just turns around and snaps theirs.
But sorry, what were you saying, man?
Have I noticed anything strange in my rounds? Because you two still haven't told anybody else.
Those 2 have been like whispering together pretty intensely.
Oh, okay.
We've been hanging out a lot.
Right?
I don't know about a lot, but right now they are.
Yeah, right? Side eyes the duo a little bit.
All right, this is funny.
She gets a weird look on her face, and she goes over there and like walks up behind them as they're whispering. Hey guys, what's up?
Oh,
Shuriken.
oh, yo.
Well, Ran, we've gained an extra survivor.
Oh, okay.
No, not okay.
It's not
We
okay.
have 1 more person from the mine than we had leaving the mine.
What?
She's saying somebody has snuck in.
Someone snuck in our group for some reason.
Maybe they were just.
The thing is, neither of us remember, like, picking up a new guy. Like, if someone was stumbling through the forest and, like, oh, thank God, we would remember that.
I feel like they'd at least announce themselves, not just sidle in.
Yeah, remember, we've been dealing with things that can turn invisible and turn into, like, different things.
It could be like a demon or something disguised as a person.
Or something weird, or, I mean,
I
I don't know.
Most upsetting possibility, just right away.
What?
Had to go to the most upsetting possibility right away.
Well,
That it's a demon.
Yes.
We've had demons sent after us more than once now.
well, I mean, it could be a demon, but what if it's something, like, weirder?
What if it's related to the thing in the reef and it's trying to worm its way into our group?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not calling you weird, Rayan, but, like, you can, like, change a little bit, can't you?
No.
Like, I mean, the colors of your skin and, like, the texture.
Quiet hearts.
Well,
Your passive perception is absurd enough that you see the trio having this little emphatic whispered conversation off to the side.
They're having a very animated conversation. They don't usually do that.
So
Yeah,
like,
they'll.
I mean,
so
I don't.
what if it's like a squid, or like a really really good squid?
Now you see him making motions of like a squid with his hand, like tentacle motions.
Ryan,
Yeah,
look
and the
at
thing
my-
is, I'm doing those motions in real life too, so you can apparently hear my body language.
Oh,
Well, it's
good,
how I
good.
would. I mean, when I'm narrating stuff, you can't see it, but I'm always like just gesticulating with my hands too in both
Yeah.
games.
So
I
what if
tend
it's,
to make the faces my character is making.
so what if it's like a squid that's really good at pretending it's not a squid?
She looks to Ryoko. Am I weird?
You're not weird. I said you weren't weird.
We're all
I
pretty
mean,
weird, kid.
Raya,
See? Yeah.
with recent discussions and stuff, you would know the term is aberrant.
Yes. I am. She is aware of what the term aberration means.
Yeah, something
That's one of the
that
things
breaks
that
classification.
she's one of the. That's one of the terms that didn't need to be explained to her.
Right.
Deviant. Yes.
So,
Raven.
Break my heart.
it's gonna say like, yeah, he'll move up to the group just to listen in to see what they're talking about.
Are you like making your presence known, or
They're not hiding it. They're not really.
They're not stealthy.
They couldn't. if
I
they
want to
wanted
see
to.
if she notices you though, because
Get
she's
above a
not.
one.
Just go ahead and roll a general perception.
If you get
Yeah.
above a one, you see them.
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled over a 7. You notice them walk up.
And she stops and like looks back at Quiet Hearts. Oh, Quiet Hearts, come here, come here.
Just move it closer. Yes.
Apparently, it's don't like jump to like action yet because we don't know what's going on.
There's a squid among us.
Okay. First of all,
What?
I'm partly squid. Thank you.
But like, this is like a full squid.
I
Though.
think.
They tilt their
I feel
head,
about-
looking so confused.
I feel about the description you want to make.
But squids are really good at hiding.
I get it, but like,
There
I don't
are
know.
types of squids and cuttlefish that are a bit more amphibious than real world ones because you've definitely found them like hiding on ships before, or just like in the docks. It's like you step on what you think is like just a piece of wood and it suddenly squeaks and slides off the edge of the dock.
so there might be a squid. Okay, there might be a squid amongst us, Quiet Hearts.
So there's someone else here?
Okay, Ryoko has noticed that the number of our group has increased by 1, but that happened after we gathered everybody.
Okay. On hearing that, they immediately click on Divine Sense.
Okay, can you post that real quick?
Can do. And they just do a quick sweep of the area. They're not, like, being super obvious about it, but it's not hard to notice, like, lights flickering on and off underneath the armor.
I said not to jump to doing anything.
And okay, you get a fiendish presence from. You get that same sense from Ryoko. There's the tiefling, the other tiefling that's out there who's sharing some food with because Corona, you summoned that food and it's still lingering, so people are still eating their like dinner. But and then you do get a perception check with that.
Aye. Normal. 19.
Okay. Yeah. It takes a minute. Not a minute, because this doesn't last a minute. But it takes a moment as you scan across. You almost miss it. It's almost like the smell was kind of not like hidden beneath the the body odor, but it was like purposely disguised as you realize uh, the goblin that's sitting at the kind of cluster furthest away from the group, as you realize is staring at the group, is demonic.
Oh fuck!
Okay.
And it is
Like-
purposely trying to hide its presence, but when you look at it, its eyes widen.
Well, then if it notices Quiet Heart scanning the crowd and then like some of the eyes focusing on it, they'll like. How far away is this goblin?
Well, it's within 60 feet because that's how far your divine sense is.
Okay. So basically, they'd immediately make a like in game. It's not a dash, but like from mechanically, it's not a dash, but like literally, Quiet Hearts just turns, just suddenly breaks into a sprint, and at the end of their
What?
30 feet, they click open the wings, and that allows them to jump another 30 feet, and now they're right by the goblin.
Because Rand
you
said not
see-
to jump into doing something, she was paying very close attention. She tries to like tackle Quiet Hearts.
You could try and make an athletics check.
Oh great!
Oh.
When it hurts, you would have advantage on either an acrobatics or athletics because you do got your wings. So
I am
Yeah,
equally
yeah.
terrible at both.
It's fine. It's fine. I got a 6.
You say that, but we'll see. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're just too much squid in the moment as their leg
damn it.
slips out of your grasp. And
I imagine the wings come out and smack her in the face.
oh.
it's
You
not,
make me feel bad.
it's not going to be enough to like knock her down, but it's just like
They wouldn't have done it if the goblin hadn't have noticed.
it's like someone getting hit in the face when a dog turns around and smacks him in the face with the tail.
Their tail. Yeah, but like,
Okay.
oh god. Anyway.
Um, So, as you shoot out these wings with the eyes blazing and the feathers, everyone, like, pretty much all the other miners, like, recoil and, like, kind of scramble back as there's suddenly this unexpected, intensity happening. As, hold on just a second.
God damn it. She asked you not to jump into doing anything.
Okay.
Paladin, don't paladin.
Okay. Quiet Hearts, as you land next to this goblin, you feel a kind of familiar. You've probably felt this spell before. As you see their hands quickly make the somatic gesture, as you fight off the charm that it tried to lower over you as you land right next to them.
Well.
They're kind of just like, when they realize that didn't work, they're just kind of looking up at you because they kind of like fell back from the rock they were sitting on, as everyone else that was sitting near them scatters off and is now just kind of staring in confusion.
Wait, guys, we can talk about this.
Don't have the strength to hold them down.
We can talk
Just
about this.
give me just a second. Okay, no spells. Like, okay, so they like one hand is on the fucking.
Oh,
Can't think of what
small
it's goddamn
distinction.
called.
This thing it's neutral fiend. It's not demonic or infernal that you got
Yeah.
the sense of. But it is fiendish.
Gotcha. But like, there's just one hand on the fucking.
Face.
It's not the mace. It's the goddamn ice weapon. I can't remember.
Morning
Morningstar.
Thank you. This one hand on it, and the other hand just reaches out to grab their arm, just like like upper arm. You know how you kind of grab a unruly child. And
Yeah,
they're
and they
just looking very intensely at this supposed goblin. Does it try anything?
and so is what's everyone else doing as you see quiet hearts?
Um,
You grab onto their
Yeah,
arm as they're just kind of like it feels like a standoff moment. You're not where it's just kind of staring at. Do an insight.
Oh, fun. Oh, I never get to roll insight. Probably why.
You're not sure. You get the sense this thing is weighing its options as
Hey,
they're
hey,
just kind
wait.
of
we can talk
just
about this.
hesitating.
Speak. They will speak very lowly to this goblin. It's like you are of the demonic persuasion.
Oh my god.
And how loud did you say that?
How
How
quiet
loud
were
did you
you?
say that? Quiet Hearts?
Not very loud,
Okay.
and it's like, it just they will continue on to say, "You have slipped in with the other refugees." I am going to take you to the others, and you will explain yourself.
You. What's everyone else doing?
Right. Like right now, just like fucking watching and waiting for something to happen.
You want a Ryoko?
Oh. Guess I'm gonna get up and just kind of meander on over.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do it stealthily though, because
Yeah,
sometimes I roll well. That wasn't great, but sometimes I roll well.
Don't you have the
Have you-
boots of the elven kind?
I do. Does that give me advantage?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, then that's good. I
Yeah,
did
you
roll well.
when you have those boots, you have advantage on stealth.
yeah. You could slip out of the tree and come around, I guess.
Yeah. You could go around the
In
tree
case
and
they
come
bolt.
up behind them. Ryan will follow you on her. She's like a very bright color, not a like the color of tension, I guess.
So, as you deliver that, you say that to this goblin, whatever or whatever's pretending to be a goblin. Quiet Hearts, as everyone starts to approach. We're gonna switch scenes real quick.
Oh god damn it!
Dick.
I mean, hey, I don't want
Excellent.
to I don't want to ignore the other, the party split.
I understand it's
Damn
it's good tension, but still, dick.
Ah,
Sorry, I've run too many Monsters of the Week games. I know when to.
Hey,
It's fine. It's great.
it's good for storytelling.
I can't remember if you rolled last time for sailing.
I did.
Yeah, navigator skills. You rolled pretty good, 19. And Amon, you were keeping an eye out.
Yep.
Okay. So here, I'm going to move you to where? This one? Okay.
Ooh, a boat.
Hmm.
We're
It's-
on a boat.
The boat's a token. So
Oh god.
this is going to be the basically the sailing map or just open water map that we'll eventually use. But yeah, and
I'm on
There's
a
a
boat
boat.
and it's going fast and
I realized I never finished Utroth's character sheet, so I'm going to be working on that. We'll just say that there's a lower thing. so that the logistically, that's where you can shove the people when you find them. You get to them.
Okay.
But
there's a deck below this.
yeah, technically longboats don't do that, but whatever. It's a fantasy setting. There's special boats. And I need to make another one of these.
I mean, it might not be
Yes.
especially comfortable, but that might be where all of the oars come out.
Yeah. And so they're not in the water yet, but there are 2 rowboats kind of strapped to the sides to be deployed if needed. So, yeah, I need to. You know what? Let's see what this character sheet is like. You know what? Why not? I'll just use this for Utroth until I make his token. Well, that is. Nope, never mind. That's a large.
Big.
There. I'll just use the scale shield. Okay. So you're heading south along the coast. And we'll move back to the island map just so we can keep track of where you're at. So the storm is raging. Lightning is flashing above. Proto, you're on the eye. You're watching out for any stray lightning strikes. But while there are some that come rather close, there are none that require your intervention yet. But you are sticking within sight of the coast, although you know that it is rather dangerous to stick too close to the coast, especially during a storm, and knowing that there are reefs in this around this island. I'd say you'd actually be closer to like there. So you setting sail. Amon, you are pacing the deck with your weapons. Grotto, would you be perched up on the rigging? Up on the mast?
Yeah, to help with the navigation because,
And you are pretty much a living lightning rod, so if something.
it's like Colin Mockery. I'll be your lightning rod of hate.
Let's see. I need. I either of you to roll a just d20.
You go ahead.
Eight. Okay. So with the rain lashing and the thunder booming above, the lizard folk rowing with the lashing at the waves of the oars, the you see Amon,
Mhm.
you see when the lightning flashes, you do see off in the distance. It's not like angling towards the boat yet, but you do see the telltale sign of what looks to be the triangular fins of a shark slicing through the water, kind of keeping pace with the boat. Off, it's definitely within bow range, but it's not like veering towards the boat yet. But you realize that your presence in the water during the storm is not going unnoticed.
Yep. Amon will point out to several of the lizard folk and call up to Kronos like, "Heads up, westerly, there's a shark. It's not following us yet, but we don't normally
And
get a heads up either."
yeah, and you hear Utroth say, the Sahagins are definitely in the waters then. Probably the Marrow as well. Keep your weapons ready. This is not going to be a peaceful trip. And so you start setting off into the waters. We'll say, boop. Let's see. I'm gonna roll something. I'll just make. Let's see. I'll have Utroth roll this, since he's kind of commanding the ship. Okay. You don't mind me doing that, since neither of you are actually like commanding the ship or the boat. You know, it's not fun to have the DM roll.
No, it's
But
fine.
You're fine.
and so I just noticed Amon does a jig on the ship.
Well, you made a mention earlier of like, so what's everyone else doing? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
We got your way.
So continuing along, you're actually making pretty good time. It feels like. Get to about there, as let's see. Come on.
hmm
A 5 does not hit, as a spear leaps out of the water and embeds itself in the boat deck. But when you look around, you don't see anything. And even the lizard folk crew kind of tense, grabbing their own spears. But as you look around, it seems that it was more of a pot shot than a serious attempt. But now you have confirmation that you are definitely being tracked.
Yep. Amon's gonna stick his head over the edge of the boat and go, "You missed!" and then poke his head back over the edge of the boat. And Aquan. For good measure.
Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
So you get hit for 5 points of damage. As a second one from a different angle, as you pop your head up over what slices along your side. Maybe perhaps warning you that maybe you should keep your head down.
There's a small
That's
yelp.
despite being mind controlled, somewhere in that Hagen's like subconscious, he was insulted, and for just a second, his body and his mind control were in tandem to hit him on.
So, so you're continuing along, and sorry for this being a brief one, but we're going to switch over.
So good.
That's good.
We're on a fucking
so
boat.
you-
Not a lot can happen.
Yep.
Unless you throw a kraken at us, and if you did, I would kill you.
I mean, that would be a rocks fall kind of situation at this point.
Yeah, at our
So-
level for sure.
Quiet Hearts, you have this goblin by the arm as they're just staring at you through the eye slits of your helmet, kind of squinting their eyes at you.
Rain has stuck her hands up, like I come in, trying to approach non-aggressively.
And Quiet Hearts, only you hear this as you hear in your head a rather deep voice rumble going, "This is why I hate dealing with you paladin types. Never make it easy." As you see their other hand lift as they start casting a spell.
Well, they're going to get hit then.
Go ahead, as you are prepared for that.
Yeah, they were ready to swing at a moment's notice. 16?
Misses as they kind of
Oh, fuck.
wiggle with, I wouldn't say unnatural nimbleness, because goblins are very nimble, but they kind of contort out of the way, their elbow kind of in the arm that you're holding, popping in the wrong direction for a moment. As they start to cast Dimension Door.
Oh, well, I can
And-
see them, right?
Yep.
So was I
see
able
this-
to get a short rest? Yes or no?
Well, how intensely were you mothering everybody?
mean, she was just going around to everyone like, "You doing okay? You know, don't drink too much." You know, she wasn't like picking them up and like
Now that it's
rocking
in the
them back
moment,
and
I
forth.
should have said something earlier because now, if I say either way,
No, I was the one earlier. I was like, well, I don't know if I got one. I will take your answer either way.
yeah, I'd say you've been
To Mother Henning.
you were probably getting ready to take a short rest now that you were in good shelter.
That makes sense. Well, fuck.
So you miss as they finally complete this incantation, as all of a sudden you're gripping nothing, as with a wisp of smoke, kind of definitely smelling of the hells, you see this goblin slip out of your grip and almost like dragged backwards through space before they just disappear.
Mm.
Oh,
No one else heard anything. You just see Quiet Hearts take a swing at this goblin and then it just disappears.
what?
Well,
Quiet Hearts, what happened?
It was a demonic entity of some sort. It was not fiendish or devilish, though,
Why did you jump at it?
You
because
hear. Sorry, go ahead.
because it noticed me looking at it and narrowed its eyes.
You hear kind of from the group of the rescued miners, the goblin go, "Oh, fuck, that was a Bargus! I fucking knew it!
Oh,
I knew those were real! Oh shit, I knew those were real!" So they kind of like starts popping around and like, it's like, "Oh fuck, they always said they were just boogeymen to scare the goblins."
Oh, fuck. Wait, okay. Can I roll on Barghast?
You can, but Yowane
mhm.
and Ryoko, you would both know that Burgess were definitely real. They are. You can still roll for that Rayan if you
I
want,
don't know
perhaps a
guidance
deeper.
myself because I have my book as usual.
But
Am I rolling?
no, you
no,
would just know
you know
them.
already.
Yowane, because you would know, having grown up among the Veerbild Republic goblinoids, and Ryoko just from your previous career, you would know that Bargas are a type of fiend, not quite fiend, not quite devil, not quite demon, because they will gladly work for anything that's strong enough to cow them. They are goblinoid. They are basically the fiendish version of goblinoids. They specifically transform into goblins, and you would know that they are kind of like a boogeyman story for in the Republic nowadays, because saying that it's like, oh yeah, the Ruby Empire, they were, you had to behave yourself in the Empire, otherwise the Bargus hidden among the other slaves would report you or drag you away. And
Ugh.
Ryoko, you would know that's exactly what they would do, because they can look like goblins, hobgoblins, or bugbears. Which actually, you would know they can look like either three, but it is mostly they look like goblins. That's something you do notice from a report actually marked from a Veerbild Republic cleansing squad. It's like a report from like several years ago saying they've rooted out another nest of Barghest hiding in an isolated town in the Republic.
Is that what Ryan finds in her book?
Yeah, you find this like
Okay.
report of it's for once one of the ones actually relevant to your world.
Yeah, the world I'm currently in. How fortuitous.
But yeah, Ryoka and Yoane, they were basically they were used to keep the goblinoids populations in check. They were the kind of the spies among them.
Well, that
Yes.
definitely was not a squid.
That's what happens when you use a fiendish shape changer around a paladin.
Well, we could have done something, Quiet Hearts.
Quiet Hearts did try something.
Yeah,
They would have. They would have
Quiet
slipped
Hearts,
away.
you could have been careful about how you were looking around
I
And
was.
and
oh,
not looked directly at them.
I was careful.
things, when you look at the book again, Rayan, you do see that there is like one of the sections of the report says, unfortunately, it seems that upwards of a dozen victims have been fed upon body and soul. No chance of resurrection.
Oh fuck.
Because it
Hmm.
mentions Vargas specifically can feast on souls.
Yeah, like she's saying that, she looks down at her book and like her face goes like visibly like shocked.
If I hadn't have acted, it would have just escaped.
It was a good try.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to spook you all. We just kind of noticed there was an extra.
You see the hobgoblins kind of talking among themselves, but the goblin's like, okay, so if another goblin or another hobgoblin or bugbear show up, stab it. They're like very emphatic, just like looking at everyone. You would recognize from the tattoos that this goblin was probably a sailor of the Republic at a point.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one. Quiet Hearts will say it.
Yeah, so
And the
We should-
pixie. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
we should probably stay on our toes, then.
The pixie flutters down to you actually, right? Because it knows you can understand it,
Yeah.
and goes. It kind of sees that you seem a little bummed. I'm guessing.
She's freaked out. No, not freaked out, but she's like very perturbed by consuming the body and soul of something. It's like,
Yeah, and the pixie flutters down, not quite sitting on your shoulder, but close enough that you could hear it speaking quietly in Sylvan. As now other people see it, they're like, "Oh, whoa!" and they'll like start nudging each other and pointing. It seems a little shy at the attention, but it kind of
aw.
says to you in Sylvan. It goes, "Tell Quiet Hearts, thank you. Me and the tree are very thankful. Those things are they like to eat." Like to eat fey things too.
Oh, Shreya visibly shudders. Quiet Hearts.
We're actually kind of worried now that it knows where the tree is.
Oh no. Quiet Hearts. Oh, BRB to check and shit.
Quiet Heart just goes, "You gonna yell at me again, Mom?"
Chickens drag them away
Okay,
into the
oh, yeah.
sunset.
Before she says that, then she looks to the pixie. Did you see what direction it went?
Kind of shakes its head. You want to do an Arcana?
Yeah. Ha. And oh fuck!
Okay.
All right.
You don't even need the guidance. You recognize that as a dimension door, so you know that it has a range of 500 feet. So it was able to get a good distance away and is now probably gone into hiding or just completely booked it out of there.
Yeah. Well, if it's any consolation, it's ran away and gone into hiding right now. Is there any way we can protect the tree?
Kind of looks up at it and then just kind of I kind of give a shrug. Find and kill it, or it can It can hide itself if there's not so many people around. So I mean, just keep it safe until you guys leave. Kind of gives a shrug.
I mean,
Yeah.
they must have been
course.
sent here for a purpose, so
Or speak
maybe it's
Sylvan.
just.
Yeah, you see, you don't know what they're
We're
saying.
speaking
This thing, there's kind of in this weird, chittering, high-pitched language.
God.
Right.
But it's if anyone has had any experience with elves, like the two elves are actually kind of like looking over, like they can sort of hear what's going on, but they can't quite. You do hear some. It's like it would be like hearing someone speak very ancient Latin. It's like I could kind of recognize that as being attached to my language, but I don't get it. No, it's
Mm-hmm.
you can see the similarity there, but it's yeah. But
I'll
sorry.
be sure. I'll be sure to deliver your message to Quiet Hearts, and we'll be very watchful of the tree while we're here. But do you know where the moon scale live?
Who?
She points to the lizard folk.
Oh, yeah.
We stop by there every now and then. I don't know if anyone can understand you there. I'll write you a note that you can carry with you if you need someone's help, but you know you can't communicate directly with them.
Sorry, what were you? They kind of like. This might be just me being confused. What were you saying?
She'll write a note in common that the pixie could use if they ever need help, and no one can understand what they're saying.
Oh, and they kind of like tilt their head and they go, maybe that might work. Might be good.
It's something.
Don't really play much. They don't like to play really.
Yeah, it's just if you ever need it,
Okay.
Okay, and I'll let Quiet Hearts know.
Yes, they're good.
Now in
Tiny
common.
friend with many eyes.
Yes, our friend with many eyes. Quiet Hearts.
Much better than eyes in water. Ugh. And there's like a little shudder as they start fluttering
You've
back
seen
up
the
into
eyes
the
in the
trees.
water?
Oh yeah, in the sleeps, but my mind too small, too slippery. They're too slippery. We slip right off each other.
Oh, that's fascinating, actually.
Two smooth brains.
God damn it. Oh shit. Quiet Hearts.
Yes.
Your pixie friend is very grateful for you scaring the Barghast away.
Just nod slowly.
They're a little concerned that it now knows where the tree is, but without all of us here, probably won't have a reason to come back here specifically. And she glances up at the pixie again. Doesn't seem like the thing in the reef can control Faye.
Again, just a slow nod.
Also, it occurs to me, it's fucking weird that they control the elves.
Well,
I
it's
guess
not.
how
It
many-
may not be a case of Faye. It's just a case of I'm small.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
it very
condensed
well could
bastard.
be that,
look,
but
elves are kind of fey. Pixies are very fey.
yeah, but
So
I'm
small,
gonna say
look through the holes in the net.
are you saying that in character? Are you wanting?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know shit about Faye.
Yeah, and now that I think about it, all the people we've seen controlled, the Sahagin, everyone here, all of you are humanoids to some degree.
Are you speaking to some of
Okay.
the rescued people?
Yeah. She's saying this out loud now. She's kind of like thinking. She's thinking out loud. Those of you who've been on the island longer, have you ever been aware of this happening to anyone who wasn't like a humanoid, like an animal? Because like the sharks follow the Sahagin, although they might be simple enough that it could grab them anyway.
There's like looks
What?
of confusion.
Have they ever grabbed like they've never. It's never controlled the entire hive of Ankeg. That's weird, right?
Some of them, the ones that there's a few that are like, there's Onkig here, because there were a few that because they were taken like really soon after crashing. They
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
weren't on a, they didn't land on a safe beach.
But yeah, that's yeah, there's
But
on
some
keg,
of them
and that's in fact the reason we didn't just make a straight line towards the village.
the lizard folk nod and it goes,
Yeah.
some of them request goes, it is very dangerous to go through that area.
Yeah, like it didn't control the Ankeg. It didn't control the Anzu. It hasn't controlled the the flies. I'm wondering if it can't control non-humanoids.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't help us, but like,
You want a? I'd
Mhm.
say you'd probably, of all the people, just considering the Republic's connection to them, you would know that it does seem to control a singer, a wave singer. Those are definitely not
Whale?
humanoid.
Well, yeah.
Whales, yeah.
Remembering that,
I
it's
mean, I
like,
knew about the whale,
well, sorry to burst the bubble, but there's a whale, and it's definitely controlling that.
okay, but the exception isn't the rule.
Yeah, and one of the hobgoblins chimes up and goes, "Well, whales are extremely intelligent. There's, some say smarter than us." The other hobgoblin nudges and goes, "I don't start that shit." And the goblin chimes in,
he's
like,
right.
"Oh no, it's true."
Wait, do I know that they can be that intelligent?
We've been told.
I think you rolled before saying that you remember whales. Yeah,
Yeah,
you would know
that would make
that whales are pretty smart.
He's right. Whales can be smarter than people. That whales could be smarter than you or
There's a
me.
couple of people that have some incredulous looks, but
Think about
there are
it.
some that
They're vast things that live longer than you can. I'll very often live longer than you do.
How's Ryoko doing?
PT.
Doing fine.
It grabbing the whale is significant, but if it could just grab onto anything, why wouldn't it grab the huge nest of things? Like, yeah, it doesn't grab onto every single person. There are people who are fine, but that's still a lot of real estate. No, she wouldn't know that. Would that work? That's still a lot of bodies.
If any of you four want to roll whichever is highest for you, wisdom or intelligence.
We might be completely fucking off here, but I'm thinking about how like some charm spells work.
You want to, or Ryan, if you want to try wisdom or intelligence.
Wisdom or intelligence?
Yeah, whichever's higher for you.
They're the
I'm
same.
good.
No, I mean, go ahead and try it. You never know about the luck of the dice. Like, look at Quiet Heart. She rolled a 12 on the dice.
I'll go intelligence. 7. Oh, 18 on the other side.
You want a? Well, Ryan, you would kind of have situational advantage considering things. So I would
Considering
say,
what I am,
yeah, I would say you probably would have advantage on that. But yeah, Quiet Hurts and Rayan probably kind of clicks to both of you. What's the recurring theme between all the abductors and abductees? They've been abducted while they were dreaming.
oh fuck! It needs dreams.
Oh, okay.
Yoni, you saw it in your nightmare, right? Or did you? You told us
Yeah.
about that, right? You guys, everyone who's here, you saw it in your nightmare, right?
Yeah, what? Who? It was Corona who didn't see it, and one other person.
Did I see it?
I don't think Quiet Heart saw it because Quiet Heart saw me
Oh,
in
Quiet
their
Hearts did.
dream.
No, Quiet
I
Hearts
think
did.
Okay.
they saw it for a second before it was pulled away.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was just starting, and then they got
Right.
saved.
It's been a while.
Saw it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Ryoko see it?
Passed a lot of sleep checks.
No, wait. Ryoko and Corona were the two that didn't have that, not quite shared dream, but where they each had the dream of being in the deep and the eyes surrounding them, telling them they will drown, and then telling Raya, "You'll be alone again."
Oh. Those everyone here who got taken. You had the nightmare, right?
And they kind of, there's murmurs and then nodding, and they all kind of go, "Yeah." That's the last thing I
And
remember is go. And a lot of them, the same story is the same. They're like, last thing they remember is going to sleep, and last thing they remember is dreaming of the eyes before being, and a lot of them being violently woken up by you lot.
yeah, it grabs people who can dream, and which would Warforged. I don't think they dream, so it makes sense that even though they're as intelligent as we are, we actually I don't know if I know that
And
actually.
Actually, at the village, there are like a small handful of Warforged, among them being Anchor, and yeah, they've said you don't recall them ever saying that a Warforged ever wandered off. But
Yeah, then I think she put that.
that's the thing though. Warforged do dream.
They do dream.
That was one of the things that was small bit of lore, cutting lore. That's one of the things that was like one of the first signs that Warforged were more than just super advanced automatons, was when they started to have dreams and like knowledge of stuff they weren't programmed with.
Okay. It needs dreams to be able to grab you. And even if you have a strong force of will, like a whale, one slip up is all it takes.
Also, it was, I think you learned this from the lizard folk, from the chieftain. She said that the wave singer was a younger one, probably
And
not
true.
fully grown.
Yeah, I did remember that. And the whale, the wave singer, it's not a full grown one. It's young. Still, not something that we can easily deal with, but
Where are we going with this? I'm a little lost. I'm sorry.
The thing in the reef can only grab things that dream. I mean, it doesn't really help us stop it currently, but I just she like realizes that she's been kind of like ranting about this in the middle of everybody for like a solid couple minutes now, and she like flushes pink and like shrinks in on herself, and I, not knowing more things is helpful.
One of the people go, I mean, it's good to know about it, but that is kind of terrifying. I don't know if I'm going to go to sleep. And there's a couple of people going, yeah.
No, we don't know if they can
And
grab
someone else
onto something,
goes,
but
someone else goes, we'll take shifts then. No one sleeps all at once, okay? There's a group of just everyone else. And okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Someone goes, can someone tie me down? I don't want to go sleepwalking again.
we don't know if it can grab you more than once. There's not like a huge group of people who were, freed yet. Like we've freed more than just you guys. You're the biggest group you've gone at once, but as far as we know, people haven't been grabbed a second time. But it hasn't been very long yet. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. It goes over to the tree and like goes around it. It's like just so she's just out of sight.
All right, everyone. Don't worry too much. Yeah, we're gonna have people looking out for each other, and if you do get mind whammied again, I'll just wake you up again.
There's a few that kind of wince, realizing what that means.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few others with some bruises, not quite realizing what you mean yet, despite having experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so that list is all the same, except there is now one goblin. So, is there anything the four of you wanted to do, and any of you four wanted to do before we switch scenes real quick? Or
Ryan is embarrassed and hiding her face away from people.
aw,
Yeah, she's the pink was embarrassment, and she's gone around the tree so she's not visible. She is very embarrassed about rambling like that in front of everybody while they are all looking at her.
Ryoko's really fucking paranoid now, so she's gonna just try and focus on everybody. Just keep an eye on the entire group, and given that she keeps rolling like shit, is doing bad at it.
well. Nope. Okay, Quiet Archer, you want anything you wanted to do?
They will do a glance through the group, and they'll go basically just join Rayan and just give them just gentle shoulder pat.
She jumps and just looks away. It isn't meeting their face.
They will give another shoulder pat.
Yeah, I'm full of myself.
Just tilts the head at that, not really quite sure. No, it was probably helpful.
Is it? Oh, I just made them more paranoid about sleeping.
I don't know. But I think I would rather know than not.
It hurts. You hear
Yes.
a chittering from above, but Rand, you hear in the Sylvan of the Pixie that's perched kind of right above you. Go. I mean, if need be, I know a spell that can knock him out.
No. They'll rest. They'll just do it in shifts. They need sleep.
Might not work on the elves.
They're exhausted. They need to sleep.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Sleepy time spell.
But forcing them to sleep, I don't think would make them feel any better.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the lizards. They don't like to play fun. Sometimes, unexpected nap, it's a fun game. Frogs and flutters back up into the tree.
All I can imagine is a pixie who's like, what's the difference between me knocking out someone with my dust and them taking weed treats?
It was said that people knocking others out with sleep were different from the people who were, yanking people away. But the pixies, when they're just randomly sleeping folk, or was that like an actual effort from the ice and the reef, or whatever you want to call it?
So you get the sense that the ones, yeah, you get the sense that it wasn't pixies weren't involved in the sentries falling asleep. You get the sense that could, you know what, I'll just say it. You get the sense that perhaps maybe a thing that octopus looking thing with a big beak that could turn invisible might have had something to do with perhaps that.
Alrighty.
Since you recall when that thing was slain, the mental domination broke on everyone else that was still enslaved.
Alright.
But no, you just get the sense that maybe the pixies would sometimes prank, air quotes, the lizard folk by just casting a sleep spell on the hunting parties and just being like, "Oh, isn't that so funny? They wasted a whole day."
Right. Okay.
Pixies can be shitheads. You just happen to find a more friendly one.
One that likes you.
But so the storm continues to rage above you. The tree managing very well to keep any of the rain from getting inside. So, Ryan, you're probably not too pleased, but everyone else you can dry off, thankfully, and at least settle in and start taking watches.
I need to make I need to make a decision for Ryan. Hold on. Corrada's not here. To be mad at them if she doesn't sleep the whole night.
You still haven't taken a short rest.
No, she's going to, but she's debating if she's going to sleep the whole night, whether she's going to take a short or long rest. Because
that
now
might
she's
get
worried
you
about
a
tree.
That might get you a level of exhaustion, but
yeah, that's why she's struggling with the decision as of currently.
Okay, well, you don't have. Jeez, that's embarrassing. Choking on air.
We all do. It's fine. She'll definitely take a short rest.
Okay, so, anyways, sorry, that was surprisingly painful. Back at the boats. I need from you, Kurono, another navigator's check, please. As you start, they point out this little island, saying to watch out for it. You can see it when the lightning flashes. That's one of the good things about the storm is that because of the lightning, you're able to actually see kind of better than if there wasn't a storm going on. But, and actually, Amon, you hear it down on the deck because there's actually no one really up deck to tell the Chrono about it. But they mentioned saying something like, "Oh yes, that's where we go to hunt deer sometimes," but the swimming deer. But they yeah, I'm just gonna need another navigator's check. I don't know where I'm going with that. Whatever.
Just a
Swimming
normal
deer.
roll, or
Yep.
okay.
Damn, even better than last time. So, thanks to your perch and just being a cleric of a storm, a tempest cleric, this is no big deal. You've guided boats through storms like this before, and probably not even the first magical storm you've guided things through. But Amon, you're still keeping watch?
Yep.
Give me a perception.
1 perception coming your way.
Okay. Yeah, it is pretty heavily storming, so it's not the best visibility. You've kind of lost sight of the sharks, but they're sharks. What can they do to you on a boat?
Yep.
Eat the boat.
It's too shallow for one of those. But as you're sailing along, one of the other lizard folk gives a shout as let's see. A volley of spears come lancing out of the water ahead of where the ship is heading, and one is going after Corono. Only one.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
That's only 2 piercing though, and then 2 are gonna lance out at Yuamon. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
And let's see. There's one hit Utroth, or 2 hit Utroth. Yes, ow. Nope. Okay. Yeah, you see Utroth get a spear like right in the thigh, but he like grimaces as he rips it out, tosses it back out over the side of the boat. And hold on. Did I get a little bit of initiative?
Initiatives.
Initiatives.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult. I can't highlight the lizard folk for a mass initiative because it also highlights the boat since it's a token rather
God.
than part of the map.
I mean, honestly, just click one lizard folk and do it, and then just like,
Yeah, I'm gonna do the front group and then the back group.
there you go.
And then let's see. Dang. No. Okay. Oh, I forgot about music this whole time. Not bad. There's a good stormy. No, that's a little mellow. So why not? Nope. That's a different vibe that I was expecting.
I mean, it was a good vibe, but
Yeah.
Shit.
Apologies.
No, it's not your fault. I didn't listen to it beforehand. Or no, I did listen to it. I just forgot that's what it was. Ocean ambience. Okay. So, sorry, I'm on my game tonight.
it's all good. We'll find something.
Is leaping out of the water. Boop. 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 Several Sahagin crawl up. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll initiative for all of them at once. Damn, they did not roll well. So oh shoot, what about Utroth? Sorry, I am not doing good tonight. So, let's just manage. I am sorry, everybody.
You're fine.
It's all good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So, Utroth is going to go up and try to kick this lizard or this Sahagan right off the boat. So, athletics. Not good. Nope. Well, Saga didn't do any better. So, whoop, flash.
Fuck off my
Wow.
boat.
And he's going to throw a spear at it. But no, this is just embarrassing. I don't even have Utroth's character sheet ready for battle. And here I am doing this. So, this is going to be one
Fine.
sloppy session tonight, folks.
You're good.
No, it's not really good. I'm sorry.
No, it is. It's fine. We've all had like, oh shit, we've got to get this ready. Everybody.
Let's see. Heavy club. Jeez, a lot of this is just going to be me hitting myself. I'm so sorry. This is so boring.
No, it's fine.
No, you're good.
Miss. Miss. Hit. Miss. Damn. So. You know what? Oh, yeah, they also get other attacks. Okay, so I'm just fucking around. This one gets knocked off. Now for the other lizard folk, I'm just gonna do group things. This is sloppy. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh yeah, so
You're
that's
fine.
a good one. This one gets also basically slaughtered and knocked off the boat. Amon,
Yes.
there's one on the boat suddenly looking rather nervous. Well, not nervous because these things are. You see with the flashing of the light, you see the parasitic organism out of its gills. But this thing is suddenly all alone on a boat of killer lizards and the bird.
Um,
Oh no, I'm in danger.
I wish to try something.
Oh.
I'm gonna go for an unarmed strike, specifically aiming for the parasite in its neck.
Okay. That will be a
Just-
higher AC than normal.
That's fine.
Fortunately, that misses. That would hit the Sahagan, but the 16.
I mean, he's flanking, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, you would it. So, yeah, actually, the first hit would hit, and especially the second hit. No,
So
yeah,
seven-
these things, it's the first hit, you slice it, and it's almost like the sickle claw is kind of perfectly shaped as you leap at this guy's face to hook it and yank it out. There's a spray of blood. Roll that again just to see what kind of damage this thing takes from having this ripped out of it. Rather
just the damage. Just
tender.
the damage.
Yeah.
Just the damage for the unarmed strike.
Okay. There's just a spray of blood as whatever connections this thing has made into its gill flash out as you yank this thing out. And let's see. It staggers back, clutching at its neck, barking in confused Aquan. In like confused pain, just like, where am I? What? As you have in one hit discovered the secret to the parasites. So that Sahagan is no longer, well, they seem a little panicked. They still have a spear in hand. So they,
Oh God.
you might want to do a persuasion check.
Okay.
That
I'll
is
roll.
up to comment down or not.
Okay. So Amon, I will roll it here after I do the acting. Be like, Amon's like, calms hands, just like, you've had a parasite latched onto your neck, making you act the will of something darker and deeper from the oceans. You were sent to attack our ship, but with the parasite out of your neck and your return to sentience, we will cause you no harm. I am rolling like dog shit tonight.
15 is not too bad. But yeah, with the +7, that was. Let's see. They kind of are looking around at the rest of the lizard folk, who all brandishing weapons, and they and actually Utroth would, I would say Utroth will give you retroactive advantage, because seeing this happen, he kind of steps up. His pole arm no longer held in an attack position as he goes. We of the moon scale recognize you as an old friend. Can we? And the Sahagin kind of blinks and responds in common, going, we're out of initiative at this point. This was the first volley of attackers that was rather swiftly dealt with.
Okay.
But they lower the spirit, no longer pointing it, but still holding it, worried, as the other hand is still clutching their gills, which are kind of bleeding pretty good. That was a hefty chunk out of a 22 HP humanoid.
To be fair, this wasn't exactly precise surgery. It's like, yes, I am either going to remove it or kill it. There is no in between.
I'll just say there might have been some updates to the Sahagin you captured if you had gone back to the village by this point.
Oh.
But
yeah, that makes sense. We're specifically like, hey, can you help? Can you get these out?
yeah, the doctor and the druid, I've been looking at them when you guys left last time. But so, all right, I'll make sure I have Utroth ready for the next attack. But so you have the Sahagin now as a passenger, looking kind of bewildered, but Utroth looks to you, Amon, and goes, do you want to explain, or should I?
You would probably have the finer details that I would not, but I can translate into Aquan if needed.
And so he nods, and that would be helpful. So, will you and him start describing exactly what has happened and befallen the reef and the islands, and from his point of view, or you actually get from his perspective, he starts nodding along, saying that might explain what started happening. He said that people in their village started disappearing, like going out for foraging, or just disappearing at night from their homes, until eventually he was also taken, and that was all he remembered.
Mm.
But let's see how far you got. That was a pretty good navigator's roll, so I'll say you got to here. Another hour in. Well, that's about like 2 hours worth of travel since you set off.
Not bad.
Maybe closer to the 3,
Yeah.
because it's pretty choppy waters. So, I would like another just set of perception checks from you. Actually, both, because you'd be able to keep a pretty good eye out up there too, Corona.
Okay.
You're starting to get to a more open area of water, so it's not as dangerous. So. Okay, 12. 2 12s.
Oh, 20.
Anyways, sorry if that doesn't make sense to anybody, but in the last Oathbound Roads of Vivi's game, the session was cursed by people either rolling 12 on the dice or getting total of 12. It was freaky.
It's fucking funny.
Like, it was not even on like D20 rolls. It was like, hey, roll a D12. Like, I think 2 D12s in a roll were 12s. Anyways.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to like keep more up to date on the chat because I just noticed what you want to.
Yeah.
Mayran, it's Peroto speaking to you inside your brain. Listen to me, girl. Sleep. Go to motherfucking sleep.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've had this talk before. You know, if you don't go to
Yeah,
sleep,
so-
she's gonna notice when she gets there. She's going to be upset with you.
Why is she like, oh god,
You're
what do I do?
tired for
She's
the
not.
return boat trip.
You're not here now, which means you can't get mad at her.
I've had
Imagine a
this argument with
disappointed bird
myself
face.
before. I've had the same argument about sleep with myself before. So back at the camp, can't remember what order you all said you were going to take for shifts before the storm, but what's the shift order? Because first shift would be starting now. As while a lot of them are uneasy, a lot of them are exhausted enough that most of the people, besides the ones saying they'll take first shift as well. So whoever rolls will get advantage, because there will be people up in shifts among the rescued people.
Rayan will not take first view.
Ryoko, you want a quiet hurts?
I'll take first shift.
Thank you.
Yeah, was like,
I'll
Quiet
roll
Hurts
in a
first
moment.
meeting.
I'm just doing something.
Mother. Oh wait. Okay.
Another
that's better.
12.
That's not
No,
bad.
it's
yeah.
16. It's a 16. It's a 16.
It's 17.
I know it's a 12 on the
Dude,
dice.
Yeah, but
Did
it's
you
not,
say you had
not-
advantage?
Did I have advantage?
Yeah, because there are other people because of the whole, oh, maybe it's dreams that cause you to be taken away. There are among the group, there was like a general consensus. Okay, some of us are sleeping in shifts, so you did have assistance. So, and there are people awake to talk to if you were so inclined. But as people start to go to sleep, the torch rooms kind of dim as well. So, while still bright enough so people can see, and so that there is a warmth so people can sleep comfortably. The storm continues the rage. The thunder is rumbling, the lightning flashing.
Hmm.
The rain coming down very audibly against the tree, but it's nice and warm and cozy inside. Ryoko, you probably do a little security guard perimeter look.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you don't really see anything during the lightning flashes or with your dark vision, but it seems that for whatever tree this is, it's a rather peaceful night, or at least besides the storm around this area.
Good. That's what I want from a watch.
And there are a couple times where you look up at the tree and you see the little pixie following you at a respectful distance. Not like following you, but you catch them up in the trees watching you.
Hmm.
More
Hmm.
following you with its eyes, but not like.
Don't care for that.
And when you look up, there are the occasional flash lighting where you do see like the large batch shifting around. Not really a night for flying. But
So hope the other two are all right.
and actually, Ryoko,
Mm-hmm.
with that, I'd say that that's high enough that you would notice that kind of at the edge of where the perimeter of where the umbrella effect is of this tree, you see a shrub that, because it was kind of just because the comparison of it to the others, it seems kind of wilted, that you noticed it. As you take a closer look, as you realize this small shrub is being slowly constricted by what you recognize as another the Void Mother vine with the
Oh boy.
distinctive viper fang type thorns. So if you want, you can take a chance to attempt to harvest some. It's not as big as the large tree you found, but you're pretty sure
Well,
you could get a
let's
workable
roll
dose
my
from it.
terrible survival check.
No, it would actually be your poison kit,
Oh, okay.
since you are proficient with that. And damn,
Hey!
Natural 20.
so as you crouch down and using your dark vision to start extracting, you 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 ex- you realize this is a rather robust specimen. It's, while not as big as the other one that you had found, this one it's very healthy, like even more healthy than the nutrients it should be getting from this relatively smaller plant, because this is a parasitic kind of plant where, while it will feed on smaller animals, or animals that it can paralyze and then drain of fluids, it does feed on other plants. It's a equal opportunity predator plant. But you do actually see like some small bones around the ground of past meals, it seems. But maybe something with the proximity to the strange tree, you pull out a surprisingly two workable doses that can be refined
Hey, there we
further.
go.
And actually, with that natural 20, you find what looks to be a seed pod, immature, but at a stage of like maturity that you heard when you were taught about this vine by the moon scale. They say that uh, if you can take the seeds at this stage and dry them to make a powder, it can make an extremely like an extremely potent, depending on how you mix it, either an extremely potent and deadly powder type narcotic that you can like throw as a powder at someone, or as a powerful hallucinatory narcotic that they said that they use in certain rituals themselves. So
So you
you
could go
can
on a trip or send someone on a trip.
a permanent trip. They say
Permanent
that
trip.
the reason why they named this vine after the Void Mother, their goddess of death.
God.
So you have a Void Mother vine seed pod that you can do with what you will. Either you can give it to the moon scale if you want, or keep it for your own uses. But that's what you get with the natural 20. So beyond that, your watch is uneventful.
Yeah. Next fucker.
Who's up next?
Be
Quite
the middle watch.
It's been a
And you
while.
have
It's gotta be
advantage on it
fighters.
Okay.
because there are people helping. $22.
The other one was a natural one.
as you are taking your watch, some of the others, more people remain asleep than volunteered for second watch, but some do get up and take their shift, kind of looking around. Um, I don't remember how long conjured food and water lasts, but some of them snack
I
on
mean, I
what's
feel like they must
there.
have eaten it all by now.
Yeah. I mean, it was 45 pounds of food. That's a lot of food. Even well, I mean, it's 25 people. But yeah, that probably got eaten. Well, 29 people counting you, the four of you two. 30 people counting Ioane.
Yeah.
I once said before that I,
Honestly,
I ate the share of 3 men, but I do the work of 5.
if you want to count it like that, would the brand not count for 2 people too?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, there were a lot of mouths to feed. Some more metaphysical than others. So the yeah, they're I guess probably just kind of sharing some water or just passing the canteen around. But yeah, quite hurts. You do a little perimeter search. Your little pixie friend this time does come down and sits down on your shoulder. You can't really,
Okay.
they don't really share a language, but they're just comfortable, just sitting on your shoulder, hanging out. It seems.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but as with Ryoko, it seems to be a very peaceful night as a couple hours pass by and nothing really happens unless there was something you wanted to do during it.
Not really.
Okay. And
And we'll take last watch. Unless you want it wants it.
I would like to, yes.
okay.
I haven't done
So-
much of the rollings tonight.
Yeah. Quite hurts.
Fair.
You have a peaceful night just hanging out with your little pixie buddy before your watch comes to an end.
Right.
Oh, there actually is a moment where they take you to like kind of actually pretty close to where you and Rayan had been sitting opposite from everyone on the opposite end of the trunk or opposite side. As they show this little pocket in the roots, because this thing has a very dense network of roots that before it even like slopes up to the trunk. But they pull out this thing and it's like a large, maybe like banana leaf kind of sized leaf where they pull it out. It's bigger than they are. And when you pull it out and unfold it, very delicately stitched to this, as if collecting thing, you see a collection of very colorful butterfly wings, what looks to be iridescent dragonfly wings, similar but definitely not pixie wings. Very obviously dragonfly wings. Um, just this little collage of insect wings, of colorful insect wings. They seem proud of it as they show it off.
Oh. Quiet Hearts will take a long moment, just kind of study it because they've never really seen a lot of insects like those.
And they actually point to a couple of them where the butterfly or moth wings have, very distinctly looking like almost human eyes or, other humanoid eyes or just the eye spots.
Oh. When they notice that, their eyes widen. It's like, oh, look. I formed a connection with the thing.
Aw.
They kind of grin when you get that, and they point to that, and then point towards your back. They kind of flutter up and point towards where your wings would have emerged from. Since they
So they'll
both
sprout
from your
the wing.
flight and when you pounced on the bar guest, they saw the eye spotted wings.
They'll sprout the wings just to show them off a little bit, and yeah. Since the fairy Pixie was pointing at them.
They do a little clapping motion.
Cardinals will very carefully reach toward their and select a feather with one of the eye spots on it, and they'll pull it out.
Ooh.
And there's a wince at that, and then they'll offer the feather to Pixie.
And they kind of they very quickly flutter over to take it and say they're like holding it with both hands, the quill part of it as they're holding it, like admiring it, turning it over, and they very delicately take it over to this little collage they have, and very what seems to be like a little needle made out of like maybe a thorn and very possibly spider silk that they pull out from the little hollow. They very quickly sew this feather into the collage near the center.
Oh,
Aw.
Other than that, they were, after admiring it for a bit, they very carefully fold it back up and dash it. It seems that you get the feeling that this tree might be where they consider home. Although you did encounter them all the way up on the Anzu's island the very first time.
yeah. This is probably as close to home as they have.
Yeah, you get the sense the pixie travels all over the island, or might have been following you since meeting you the first time.
Right.
You've been this group has been stalked by a couple of things.
Yeah, not a
Frog,
fan.
Hookors twice, Pixie.
Gorillas from hell.
Since we're since tonight the watches are like multiple people per shift, could Ryan watch with Ioane?
Sure. But yeah, you get woken up as by quiet hearts before they go to bed. And Rayan, you wake up too.
Yeah.
There's again less people waking up than said they would. It's just a little people were more tired than they
it's fine.
expected, but there are a couple of people, so plus with Rayan's help you would have So yeah, and again and the storm just keeps raging on. Like again, the last one you encountered, it did seem to go from sunset to all the way to morning, but the intensity continues. It just feels like you're in the middle of, a unseasonal hurricane. As with the lightning, you both realize that. I mean, I keep saying this, but there's definitely something not natural about the way this tree is handling the storm, because you look out and you see the other trees and plant life just whooping around in the intense wind and lashing rain. But
Yeah.
you realize you are very thankful that Quiet Heart's friend decided to guide you here,
Yeah.
because there's probably not a good chance anyone would be getting much of any rest had you stayed where you were.
Ryan is specifically looking for figures in the trees.
Figures like other pixies?
No, like Barghasts.
Oh. I thought you were like saying the tree. Okay, yeah.
No.
The
Her
surrounding
watch is
trees.
dedicated to like. Oh God, is someone watching us?
No, there's just that guy in a jumpsuit with the William Shatner mask.
Oh, that's just the shape. He's fine.
Mikey's a good kid. He's just a little awkward.
Yeah.
Anyways,
he just stabs people every once in a while.
Who doesn't wish they could stab someone once in a while? Anyways, shouldn't be saying that on recording.
Ryan comes over, like her eye is darting to like just around the looking into the tree specifically, she comes and sits next to Ioane.
Yo,
Hey.
hey.
I'm sorry.
About?
Dude. She motions to the scars.
Oh, I thought I saw it said it's not a big deal.
It is a big deal, though. I hurt you so much.
Yeah? And? You think I hate you?
She shrinks. Oh,
'Cause I don't.
I didn't think you hated me. I just thought you weren't happy about getting hit with a lightning bolt.
I don't think anyone's happy when they get hit by a lightning bolt except Carano.
I think that would actually make
Cut to,
Corano say that.
Cut to Corotto on top of the boat, just cackling as the storm's raging around.
Yeah, hard cut to Bird laughing,
It's
Um,
horrible.
standing on the prow of the ship, driving hail and rain.
Basically what's happening,
And-
yeah.
Immediately
And-
cuts back to tree.
The storm that is approaching.
Fuck. I'm also really sorry about freaking everyone out earlier about the dreams.
Shrugs.
You really
Huh.
don't like.
What's done is done. Can't really. There's no good in, like, much dwelling on it.
How do you just let everything go so fast?
What?
Like, you let the things come and go, and you're just fine.
Well-
Like,
Well,
doesn't everything just stick in your mind and just like weigh down on you?
I mean, you know about what happened to me mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly being, reasonable then, dealing with that, one skellyman up in the tree.
She pulls out the oar.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's true. But like, that's one thing so far.
Yeah?
How do you do that?
Do what? Like,
Just-
not worry?
That, yeah.
Well, in case you haven't noticed,
And he's gestures out the side of the tree with the giant storm and also the ocean beyond.
well, it's very helpful to learn how to let things roll off your back. Well, water under the bridge or whatever it's called.
What's a bridge?
Well, you cross them. It's just, like, oh, there's a gap. I don't want to fall in. Put plank.
I don't think we have actually. We've had to like cross water ourselves or go on a boat.
Well, I mean, technically, the mine, like, had bridges. The mine had bridges,
I'm just gonna have to say that I think Rayan would know, or Bragax would know about the existence of bridges. She's eaten
Okay.
more than a few.
I mean, there was lots of
That's
planks.
That's true, and it's pretty close. Those are tend to be close to the water, so
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Hate the
you
Romans.
did have there were the bridges at the pit. At the
Mhm.
mining
yeah,
pit.
that is that's
Yeah.
but I am the water under the bridge. You want it?
Cool. Does that mean you want to go falling into every pit?
She has like 1,000-yard stare. She thinks about the depths of the pit, like how freaked out she was by the
Yeah.
pit.
Okay, listen. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the fact that I'm so fucking big that when growing up I didn't have to worry about too many things wanting to, kill me. Well, I say that, but then I immediately go into the business with things big enough to eat me, so... Anyways, the point is, life is very, very complicated. Everything is so big. There's so much going on all the time. It never stops. And even though I am very big, I am, in the grand scheme of things, I am also really fucking small. And trying to worry about, like, everything, that's just no way to live. You gotta go, you gotta go with the flow, or else you're gonna sink.
I don't know if I can. Like I'm excited to learn about, all this stuff, but it's also frightening.
Yeah.
And I keep making mistakes. And the
Well,
mistakes they're there forever.
Yeah, well... Welcome, Super Goddess, to being mortal.
Please stop calling me that!
What else am I gonna fucking call you? It's a compliment.
Is it?
Yeah, generally when people call someone a goddess, that's means a good thing.
She tinges slightly pink.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Look, that's just being part of being a person, being alive, being a thinking creature in this world is, sometimes you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna stumble. You're gonna be embarrassed about something. But let me in on you a little secret. You're going to be thinking about that one time you almost tripped over like a stair a lot longer than anyone else is.
So the prison is my own mind.
Look, I'm thinking of it this way. Everybody in their head has a tiny little gremlin. Not like a literal gremlin. But like, I guess closet would fit. But yeah, just imagine the smallest, meanest little shit. It lives in your brain, and it's constantly telling you, you're bad, you stink, you fucked up. But, I don't want to feel bad for the rest of my life, so I learn how to ignore that motherfucker.
She immediately pictures a tiny morass in her head.
Mm-hmm. So you just gotta ask yourself, do you want to keep feeling bad forever? I assume not, because it stinks.
I'm gonna be honest, Ioane. I don't know if I can just turn it off. I don't know if I should.
Oh, I mean, I don't turn it off. I just have a lot of experience with learning to go with the flow. And that's only good, you can only get that through continuing to live. I mean, if you don't learn how to swim, metaphorically speaking, you're gonna drown. And then you're never going to become someone, you're never gonna learn how to swim, and you're never gonna become someone who's content with themselves.
She looks down at the ground and like...
So, you kind of think of it as, I try to be nice to myself, right? I try to treat myself. It's like when I can, I eat delicious foods. I do stuff that's exciting. I do stuff that feeds my body and soul or whatever. That's because I'm trying to be nice to myself. Imagining myself as kind of like a different person, it's complicated. Oh,
I can try, but
are you just gonna keep being mean to the person who you were like 5 minutes ago, and also mean to the person 5 minutes from now?
the person 5 minutes from now is the same person from 5 minutes ago.
The person 5 minutes from now is on fire.
Oh God. What happened in 5 minutes?
Nah, I'm fucking around.
I know.
Oh,
You did not see the frog lurking in the trees.
Oh God damn it.
It uncorks the alchemist's fire.
I've been betrayed.
It's like, sorry, sorry. I'm not a
I-
really big.
No. I think I understand what you're saying. Like, I am punishing myself for something that no one else is.
Yeah,
But
and if you're not punishing yourself for any, like, if you're punishing yourself and no one else is benefiting, why are you doing it?
I need to be better.
Yeah. But doesn't being better doesn't mean, hurting yourself. You just kind of, okay, I did that thing. I'm not going to do that thing. And you just try not to do the thing. And sometimes you're gonna do the thing anyways. But doesn't mean you've, like, backpedaled or anything.
If I stop trying, what if I hurt more people?
I'm not suggesting you, like, stop trying to be better. We all try to, we should all try to be a little better than we were just a little bit ago. Listen, I'm not a talky smarty person. I stab fish.
You're Yuane. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart when it comes to stabbing fish.
No, like you're not stupid. I appreciate your point of view.
Thank you.
It's it's different than mine, but that's good. It's different, but you've also you understand in a way I don't think anyone else does. When I would talk to told you all about me,
And her voice gets low because there are other people here.
I told you about what I am. You couldn't wrap your head around it completely. Ryoko still hasn't wrapped her head around it. But
Her head almost got
Cantaloupe.
splattered when she tried to wrap it around.
Yeah.
But
You...
so yeah. Look, if you want me to make it easy for you, you're going to start feeling better about yourself, or I'm going to squeeze all that self-deprecation out of you. Bring you out like a towel.
Is it painful? I don't like pain.
I'm going to hug you, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm just going to give you a very, very firm hug.
She's still tinged kind of pink. I think I like hugs.
Yeah. I always got to give people warnings, though, before I do mine.
That's fair. I think a Rayan hug is very different than a Ioane hug.
Yeah. But yeah, so take that as an ultimatum. If stop beating yourself up, or I'm going to beat you up.
Okay.
Affectionately.
Okay. I'll try. I can't promise, but I'll try.
Cool.
Did you know Barghasts eat soul and body?
Oh, yeah.
Really
They
fucked
stink.
up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Super fucked up.
I mean, enslaving people in general is pretty super fucked up, and then there's like, oh no, I'm so bad at handling my slaves. I'm gonna get a demon to do it. I'm definitely the good guy here.
This island's complicated.
Oh, life's complicated. But yeah, I would say this island's a little weird.
So,
Not in the least bit because of the amount of times I've been electrocuted.
Wince.
hear the flash of lightning and thunder above.
Case in point. But yeah, so
Storm.
the next time you hear that little closet in your head telling you all those mean things, imagine there's a little me in your head, and I'm gonna beat him up.
That's the most comforting thing I've ever heard for intrusive thoughts.
I've never heard, yeah. There's a tiny Ioana in my beating up my anxiety goblin.
Hey, quit that.
Yeah,
back.
don't call them anxiety goblins. They take offense to that. Though I've met a lot of goblins who are really anxious. I think it comes with just being really, really tiny and able to fit in a seagull's mouth.
Oh god, there's like legit warnings for goblins where it's like, stay away from pelicans, stay in groups.
Yeah, that's the word, pelican.
Although
Yeah.
there are dire seagulls and various monstrous seagulls, so yeah, but we'll watch out for seagulls.
I actually remember reading a really fun thing about what things mer people would have in their like folk tales, and one of them is
yeah.
a pelican so large that you could never outswim its giant mouth.
It's Charybdis.
Yeah, that.
Charybdis is a pelican, confirmed.
He looks at like the few sailors that are awake, the few people that are awake.
Well, a good chunk of them were sailors, so that's accurate to say.
Yeah. Do you think if they knew what I was, they'd be frightened instead of relieved?
I mean, a lot of them would probably just go, oh, that girl's a little weird. Alright, move on.
No. Like, if they knew.
Probably. I guess. You're not actively eating any of them, so... Like I said, that's one of those things that's one of those things you worry about things that you don't need to worry about.
Well, I think, I mean, I should worry about that because, like, if if someone finds out, that could be bad.
Yeah.
I trusted you guys because
So yeah, and even though we were traveling with you, we didn't really figure the whole big super goddess thing. We just figured, she's got munchies and she shoots weird ink blots. I don't think anyone's gonna figure out. And if they got a problem with it, I'll just beat them up.
I mean, you...
Can't argue with
eh?
that.
So how about you go to bed? Because
what help do you want?
go to bed because you just know now that there's going to be a tiny Corano in your brain telling you to go to sleep.
But I have slept. Like, this is a normal watch thing.
But will the tiny Corano, and he's doing like a little like finger mummiking thing. It's like, but will the tiny Corano believe that you've done enough sleeping?
She makes an illusion of a tiny Corano over top your finger puppet.
It's like, yeah, see?
Okay, I'll go to sleep.
It's me, Corrado. Go to sleep, Ryan.
So,
Yeah, okay,
Corrado.
I'll go to sleep.
so I'll just say that the two of you have again, rather uneventful. It seems the pixie was pretty accurate, saying that this tree was able to divert trouble away from it, although there is still that lingering doubt of that Vargas that got away. But as we switch over from tiny Chrono to actual Chrono, Chrono, you're up in the crow's nest. Well, it's not really a crow's nest. There's like
Up on the mast.
there's a few boards, like flat, horizontal, so someone could sit there and cling to the mast. So you're just perched up there. Oh.
You need another navigator's tools?
Oh, wait. I need both.
Yeah, that works.
We'll do this one. So, as you're sailing, I should go back to the island map. Yeah, let's do another navigator's check for the next leg. Although, it is getting easier because now that you are further out away from... Okay. You are further out away from the more shallower areas, according to Utrecht, so it wasn't as difficult a roll.
That's good because.
But yeah, and if either of you want to roll perception,
I can.
well, yeah, I was gonna say technically, whoever would roll would have advantage because there are other lookouts. So you are very lucky, as you see up ahead. Further up ahead, you see what looks to be a couple of fins of shark fins circling, but then you see one jump up like breaching, which isn't too uncommon to see sharks do that. But what is uncommon is see them continue to rise up in the air and then joined by two others as a trio of flying sharks starts dashing through the air, almost swimming through the rain in your direction.
What?
And
Why
you
the
see
fuck are
bursting
there flying
up from
sharks?
Corona, if you want to do a history check, either of you, both of you
Okay.
can do history checks if you want.
I'm not great with history.
I'm not either.
Okay. Okay.
Both not great with history, huh? Yeah, you've heard of flying sharks. You've never seen them. You didn't think they were real, but oh shit, those are definitely flying sharks. Perfectly normal like other sharks, but these ones fly.
At this point, she's completely energized by being in a storm, even if it's not a natural, quote unquote, one. She's just screaming up in the rigging.
Yeah, I just noticed the doodle you did.
Amon, you have never seen her do this shit before.
No,
Because
This
it's
is
not
all
Literally
new.
her
fair.
element.
This is all new, and Amon's like, I am still injured. This is not a great time to be dealing with flying sharks. As he's pulling out his bow, like, alright, I guess we're fighting flying sharks.
So don't worry about Utros token there disappearing. I have actually made him finally finished. So there was a good thing that talk was going on because it allowed me to finish.
Hey, we help.
So initiative. Oops. What happened to bookmarks? What?
Oh, you're really pumped up, huh, Corono?
She's in her fucking element. She's been landbound too long.
Really?
The fuck? What else
Just,
could
a-
that?
just a sea creature. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
Wait, what?
Oh, there's something on the map.
No, I meant like there was a sound in the track. It just like sounded like a drowning horse screaming.
Is this always here?
Yeah, that's always been there.
I did a layer 2 thing, so it might be.
One of them is the horse strangling tape, so that makes sense.
Why did it not add you to initiatives? Weird.
It's weird.
No, we're still on the big world map.
Oh, I mean, it's probably because there was
Oh.
no token for them to click on.
So yeah, re-roll, and I'll fix the initiatives. I got a 20. Wait, nope. And I'm on.
I'm sorry,
got
Carano. that's
9.
kind.
No, he's
And
gonna put
again,
the ones
I'll
that we
just-
rolled already.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have. Wait, I put in the 22. Why didn't I accept it? Or the 20? There.
Except my
And you had a
20 roll
9.
20.
Yeah, that was weird. So that's the stern side lizards, and now for the prow. 6. Then Utroth. Actually, finish his sheet. Well, enough of a sheet. Again with another natural 20 for him. Weird. So, Utroth, seeing these sharks, and oh, right. There were actually marrow you see in the water, Corrado. See at least 2 of them along the surface of the water approaching the boat. Okay, so. Damn. Okay, Utroth. Throwing spear at the first shark. That hits. 6. Second spear. Nope. Okay, Chrono, your turn.
Okay. We're already in a storm.
Yep.
There's a lot of things, so this would be the best time for me to bust out the fucking call lightning. I'm just trying to remember.
I'm properly positioning them on the grid. You got that Andre the Giant story.
Okay, so right between these two.
Okay, yeah, I hear the horse that time.
They just have a horse on the ship.
That was out of
See?
place.
I told you, it sounds like a horse drowning. Fucking concerning.
Alright. Call lightning. Right here. And max damage 40.
Ooh. What's the radius of it?
It's 5 foot. So like right here, so it would hit like
Oh, those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the shark's above the water in the air and the marrow is on the surface, so yeah, damn. Damn. Yeah, it just hits what's the saving throw for that?
It is a dexterity save.
A shark.
Yeah, so he takes half, so that's not bad.
And the marrow. Damn. Why did they roll so well? I feel bad now.
It's fine,
Although,
they still
wait,
both take
what-
half.
Wouldn't there be disadvantage since the marrow's in the water? Oh, it's still 17.
Doesn't say if that is a thing or not. I don't think that is.
I mean, they're in water. I feel like they should get
Yeah,
electrocuted
that's something I
more.
would homebrew. I'll just say that it would, but that's still a 17 then.
Yeah, both of them rolled high enough that no matter advantage or disadvantage.
That's so stupid. Why did they roll so well?
But they
I
are still taking 20 damage, and
Yeah,
I keep forgetting this. At 6th level, when you deal lightning
that's
damage,
the sound of the marrow makes. Big electrified.
when you deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, you can also push it up to 10 feet away from you.
Nice. So
So they suddenly get flung 10 feet over here.
they just get knocked back with the boom of the thunder that follows the lightning.
And she's still
Both
up
of
in the
them.
rigging, just fucking cackling.
Both of them pretty much bloodied with just that. Jeez. So, anything else for you?
Nope, she's gonna stay up in her rigging because she's like,
Yeah, you got a pretty good perch there. So the marrow, how fast are these things? 40 feet in the water. Yeah. And going to throw a harpoon at one of the lizard folk. Whoops. Hits. This lizard folk, let's see. Right. Oh no, the poor lizard. Yep. The lizard folk gets yanked out of the their seat. It's Hunter Shark turn. The flying shark. Damn it. Flies at you, Corrado. And you're still full HP, right?
No. I haven't been full HP for a while because I haven't been able to rest.
Oh, you would have had a short rest at the village with the lizard folk.
Oh, well then.
Yeah,
I
you
guess
would
I
have been
am.
able to do a short rest.
I guess I would be then.
And okay, so this does not get advantage then on its attack, not having blood frenzy. Well, 9.
Nope.
Yeah, you boop it on the nose with your pike, diverting it. Okay, so there's the shark flying above the ship. Lizard folk are going to launch a volley of javelins at it.
Good job,
Damn.
guys. Except for that one guy, he's
What?
slapping.
Yeah, so 16 points of damage. Just as a bunch of these spears just riddle its underside, causing it to, squirm and twist in the air, moving as if it's still swimming through the water. It's surreal watching it. But that's its turn. Lizard. Oh wait, no, that was the lizard's turn. Mon, your turn.
Excellent. I'm going to pull my bow out because better to do that than get into shark bite range.
Yep.
Does a 22 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And then I'm going to knock up another arrow, but I'm specifically going to go for one of the weird ones from the Anzu.
The splinter arrows.
The splinter arrows.
Now they hit things that are within 5 feet of each other. Currently, none of your foes are within 5 feet of each other.
That's true.
The shark is above the marrow. Like the sharks are taking a higher altitude to get over the edge of the boat, while the marrows are stuck in the water still.
Fair enough. Then I'll just use a regular arrow.
Okay, that hits. I just didn't want you to waste one of your nice arrows.
That's fair.
9 damage. Ooh, this one is. It's the closest one, right?
Yep.
That one is. It is starting to swim, and kind of a blood rain mixing with the rain as it's swimming there, just riddled with javelins and arrows. Hey, anything else for you? Keeping where you're at.
Keep them where I'm at.
Okay, Marrow is here, and oh right, I forgot about the Sahagin that's there. 9. Okay. They're actually gonna take a harpoon at the Sahagin.
What a bitch.
Oof. Yep, so they get pulled right to them. Alright, well, I gotta see if they... Strength contest. Who knows, maybe the Marrows or the Saugans. I didn't have... The Sahagin, despite being so wounded, reaches down and pulls the harpoon out of their side before the Marrow can yank it back. Damn.
The sound effects work with the marrow here.
Yeah.
The
Everyone knows
shark
they hate
got-
horses.
Got zapped.
It's such a weird sound choice for a ship. Why is there a
Well,
horse?
it's because I layered two things. One is the Kevin McLeod Stormfront, which I think might have just been storms for like a battle, so they're like on land. So
Ah,
I'm just gonna switch to the one that specifically says Ocean Voyage. And if then we still hear the horses, then I'm just confused. But so the shark, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Gonna dash 45, 50, 55, 65, 70. Gonna go over here. Gonna dive into this group. But that's its turn. Lizard folk up front. So the one that's grappled or been pulled into the water, let's see, I'll have them attack first.
oh, he's pissed.
Yeah. Shitty damage though. Wait. That should be higher. Oh, weird. Yeah, that should be 8 damage. So I'll just count that as 8 damage. Wait. I'm getting hit. And because they're desperate, they'll even break the taboo and try to bite. Yeah. Okay, all right, well there's that fucking noise again, so I don't know what's going on.
I imagine it's not an animal at all, but like the creaking of wood.
Yeah. So the lizard folk get a good amount of damage, but the other 3 are going to, let's see. Javelin. Let's see. Shark's dead as this javelin goes through its belly, dropping down to the deck. And then the other 2 javelins are going at one there and one there. So damn. So this one is barely holding on. It's like a sneeze away from death. And then this one at 11 does not hit. Okay. Hunter Shark. Gotta take a bite. Where's the bite? There's the bite. Miss! Oh, that's a good thing it missed. That's a hefty bite. That
Oof,
lizard
yeah.
folk is so lucky.
18. Oh my god, heaven or hell. too.
Utroth is going to. Let's see. Is there enough room for him to do this? Okay, yeah, there's enough distance, enough minimal distance. So he's going to racing past you, Amon. Utroth, you see with this large glaive, racing forward before he leaps over the heads of the Sahagin and everything, and then comes down point first at the marrow off the boat. So Utroth is going to do. Oh, wrong character sheet. The Moondrop Strike. But he is not raging yet. Damn it. Should have raged. Wait, what's Amaro's armor? Sorry, this is a lot of me fighting myself.
That's what
It's
happened.
fine. That's how it is sometimes when you got a lot of NPCs
So-
with you.
And then because it was that gets an extra 2d8 using the item's special ability. Okay, damn. And then while he's there, he's going to make another attack. Jeez. I might have made him too strong. Oh. Jeez, that's exact
Go, truck.
damage to take it out from full health to 0 in 2 hits.
Utroth needs to
45
be
damage.
fast.
Go,
It's
truck.
fine.
Go.
He's the war leader of the lizard folk tribe, so
Yeah. He should be tough.
yeah. So I just wasn't expecting his actual like debut of a. I'll admit I slapped this together rather quickly, but it's a character sheet I should have had a long time ago. I'll admit. The Marrow's turn,
I love
being
that
so
name.
injured,
Moondrop
is
Strike.
going to, huh?
I love the name Moondrop Strike.
Oh yeah. The is going to the Marrow is going to let go, disengage from the lizard folk they pulled into the water, and they're going to dive because they were at 2 HP.
Get fucked.
They got zapped, and the lizard folk that they pulled into the water was a lot more vicious than they expected. So, that one's off the thing. Lizard folk back. Javelin. No javelin. Okay, so 3 more javelins. Damn. So 11 plus 16. Jeez, just a volley of that takes out the shark as well, falling off the side of the boat. And damn, that one's dead. The Hagen, saying that most of the things are dead except for the shark, is actually. Why did I close the Sahagin sheet? Damn it. There's too many character sheets. I'm drowning in them.
Drowning, you say?
I didn't intend for that, but yes. Yeah, they're actually going to reach out a hand towards the shark. And let's see. The shark rears back and then very calmly starts swimming alongside the boat.
Aww!
The Sahagin has taken mental dominion of it.
Yay! The shark is freed!
As I remember, that's what Sahagin can do.
That's why we're dealing with sharks.
Yep. So,
Corona,
Combat.
we've befriended a shark.
and it's one of the ones that hasn't been hit. So you got the full health shark.
Oh my god. You guys
So,
set out on this trip and have gained 2 allies along the way.
yeah, the Marrow and the lizard folk gets pulled up. Combat's finished, so we'll just
I just want you
move
to know,
turns.
for the next 10 minutes until I run out of it, I'm still concentrating on the storm.
All right. Yeah, and that will actually help you divert any stray lightning bolts. So I'll just say that can help you speed things up. Doesn't make sense, but sure, why not?
She
You're a
lets
storm
out
clerk.
that horrible kookaburra scream again.
So, the Sahagin and the lizard folk look fairly hurt, but Utroth motions to one of the other lizard folk, and they pull out some of the healing bark and pass it to them, and they heal. They take 1 each. Which what's a standard healing? 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, yeah.
Yeah, so they both gain 10, both getting up back to full health, basically, or nearly. So we'll say that would put you here, getting closer, and do me another navigators and perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Will I
And
get?
don't forget, Amon, you can take a full round to take one of the potions if you need to heal yourself. Because you were given how many did I say when you left? 4?
4, yeah.
Yes, Amon would, in all honesty, probably not drink them, thinking we've left them alone for over a day now, with like
Less than a
almost
day.
30, with almost 30 sick people. They're going to
Okay.
need the medicine. So we will just
Okay.
do a perception check to make sure that we don't see those sharks again.
Damn.
Is this just a normal roll for me for the?
Yeah, the navigators. Actually, go ahead and do advantage because that's shitty. Not that shitty. It's not like real bad, but yeah. Okay, yeah. 11's not shitty. That's technically above average, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Oh, that was a spooky noise.
It was. That is a spooky noise. Turn it off.
All right, you get to hear a bunch of swarthy sailors yelling at each other.
I mean, you know.
But so traveling through the storm, you're not sure. It's been several hours since you set out, but still, the storm doesn't seem to be showing any sign of slowing. But as you pass, you see like off in the distance through the lighting, you do see the bay, and you both kind of probably independently at different times have that thought. It's like, good thing we dealt with the giant shark before we went in a boat past it, past this area. But
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'll just say it. That was one of the things on the encounter table for any time you were on the water. It just happened to be you were water walking at the time when that encounter happened.
So, Amon, if you do glance up and look at Kurano, as she's still channeling lightning, her eyes are glowing, and she's like hanging off of the rigging now, just screaming into the wind, and there's like static electricity sparking off all of her feathers.
Like a test of foil.
There's just going to be a supportive thumbs up from Amon.
She's having the time of her fucking life up there.
So like, Amon's like, she can have fun up there. I'm okay on the deck.
And Utrath is down there looking up as well and go to you, Amon, kind of having to shout over the storm to be heard, going, "She makes the Storm Viper proud."
She does.
Few revel in storms like this.
I've never seen her this happy before.
And then he kind of laughs and he goes, "You have been walking across an island for some time. It must be a relief."
Most likely.
She's so fucking happy.
I'm just waiting to see if she does the laugh thing again.
She's doing it periodically.
Oh, there it is.
And you know what, Corrado, go ahead and roll me just a wisdom check.
Boy.
With advantage because you're really into this. Okay. You don't get struck by lightning like the last time there was a storm and you had that connection with your god. But while there isn't like a direct connection, there is that moment of you get that brief moment that clerics it's that rare moment that will sometimes make a cleric's life worth, a life of faith worth it. You get that sense of satisfaction that this is what your faith is about. Traveling, putting your faith in the storm and the seas and the people around you to safely navigate the danger.
Yeah, this is what she was I don't want to say made for, but that's
Mhm.
what she thinks.
Like a voice booming like thunder. Good job, Bird Jesus.
Mo- it should be Jesus or
Ride the
Moses.
lightning.
Ride the lightning.
But so you make rather good time through this storm. It's almost as if the storm is, while it's unnatural, seems to be convenient in the way the sails are catching the wind.
She's also laughing at the thing in the reef and thinking, "Well, you tried it."
But so back at the camp, say this was about when you could say that you get a long rest. You're not sure if it's sunrise yet. It's that kind of like gray light when there's heavy storms. So you can maybe guess it's sunrise happening.
Excellent.
And throughout the night, no other sign of any other goblinoids or fiends. Besides the goblinoids and 2 tieflings in the group already.
So we should get to the beach today, right?
That was the plan. They
Mhm.
said they would meet you on the beach, the southern beach. I don't know if you would even get the chance for it on the boat, Amon, but the message bottles were split up. So if there was messages that wanted to be passed between the group, you could have done that in this time or do so. But I don't know how well you'd be able to send a message while on the boat. You'd definitely be able to get them though, Amon.
There is only one message. LOL, flying shark.
There's a throwback.
Yeah. Hey, Ilana, can I send a message to them?
Oh.
Scared off a Barghast disguised as a goblin. Pixie brought us to a tree for Haven. On our way to beach now. Unfortunately, it's all written in deep speech, so you can't read any of it.
Yeah, Amon, as you're on the boat, you have the bottle like kind of hanging off of your person, and you feel that sloshing motion as if someone stirred it. That signifies when the message has updated.
Mm-hmm.
And when you pull it out, yeah, it's just esoteric writing that you've really only seen in like cultist ramblings and scrawlings and in Ventralk's little cave.
Probably gives me a bit of a headache.
Looks at it, rubs it off, just writes, "I can't read that" in common. And also in Aquan because he's like, "Was that Rayan? That was probably Rayan." And just puts it in the
So
bottle.
then the bottle sloshes on your end, Rand.
She looks at it.
The ink is like splotched a little bit because it was writing as he was writing, so it's a little bit hard to read
Yeah.
it, but you can read it.
Oops. She'll write it again in Aquan.
But yeah, you hear about the pixie being about guidance from a pixie, which first time you've heard of that, I think. And then something about a Bargus, which I don't think without a roll, if you want to roll, I don't think Amon would know about a Bargus, what a Bargus is.
Mhm.
So
Honestly, I would say there's probably not a situation where he's run into a bar guest, so he'd just be like,
yeah, they
Cool.
not really
Anyway.
much need for a goblin shapeshifter to go to Dino Island.
I meet bar guests at the pub every night.
and Amon's response is just neat. We're on our way. LOL, flying shark. And it's a Hagen. Corona,
that wasn't a
Coron-
character.
And it's just like Ansel Hagen! Exclamation point dash. Oh, by the way, Corano is the happiest she's been since I've met her.
Come on, I'm not really here. I don't have message. We are not
No.
having a conversation.
TT, we have the message in a bottle thing. Rayan is getting this.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to Ray and he's just like, LOL.
Yeah, we're writing messages back
Corano
and
is
forth.
happiest she's been.
Yeah, it's just every time you have to take the paper, roll it up, put it into the bottle, wait for them to feel it slosh, pull it out, read it, wring it out, so it empties, and then write it, and then send that. So it takes a bit. It's not like instant
I
messaging
mean, we
on like
got
a
time
computer.
to
This
kill.
is yeah.
We're
It's
waking
telegraphs.
everyone. We're waking
Yeah,
everyone up.
basically.
We're getting on the move. You know.
It's texting in like 2002.
God. So right back. What? Oh God. Well, what's made Chrono so happy?
The only response, are you not wet? Question mark.
She replied, "I'm always wet?" Question mark.
The thing Ryoko doesn't see this message.
Yep.
We are like Sai. Amon gets a sigh after that and just responds back. We are in the middle of the thunderstorm on an ocean. There are not as many people to worry about frying in a single situation. We have had several rounds of combat. It has been, for Corano, a delight.
Oh, when you get back.
When you get the message you didn't add it, Ryan, but Corona, Amon, when you pull out the sheet, it just says O, and then off in the corner there's a little doodle of like very hasty doodle of a frog, very familiar little frog.
Just looking at it, it's like
paper and ink.
Of the lunar persuasion, perhaps, kind of frog.
Yeah.
It
I
could
can
be, but it
neither
could also
confirm
be.
nor deny any connection between the Moon Singer and Del Zozar.
I was just thinking
boy.
the mood singer was like listening in on the conversation because trickster powers.
Amon would recognize it as the little frog from the book.
Yeah, Ryan showed you guys that.
Okay, because I was about to make the joke of
No,
like I remember hearing a skit or something like that where like two people are talking over the phone, and just as it's about to get steamy, they hear a third voice. What else are you gonna do?
God.
But so
Oh yeah.
yeah,
those
this
are-
conversation over morning rations.
Yeah.
All right, you invited Moonsinger Botley to the group chat.
And it's just like, that is a nice frog. Come to the northern beaches, we might be able to get to you even faster.
Frog? What frog?
What's it say?
Well, there's a lot. We've been going back and forth. So they've had some fights. Corrado is living it up on the boat. And also there's a frog?
Like the frog?
Ah.
Also mention of a flying shark,
Oh yeah, there's a flying shark too.
which
Oh.
you know
And
what?
it's a falcon?
Hold on, Amon. not one. Ioane,
Mhm.
the other vowel starting name. You could roll a history with advantage, and Rayan, you could too, or Arcana. You've heard of
Arcana.
flying sharks,
Mhm.
but you thought they were like a myth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rayan, you know that like yeah, sometimes fish just can fly.
Yeah, sharks can fly, like sometimes. Other fish too.
Cool. Sometimes people fly.
Yeah, like Corano and Quiet Heart.
Okay,
But
but I've
I-
never seen an elephant fly.
What the fuck's an
God.
elephant?
Is it
Very
similar to a horse?
They're a type of sausage.
God damn it, you're not here.
They are a type of sausage.
Elephants are like miniaturized, like they're the island elephants from antiquity.
Oh my god.
Oh, so it's like
Oh,
the John
yeah.
Hammond elephant.
Yes.
Well, she's probably killed a rich man.
Hey, Bianca, did you sleep okay?
Yeah, that's up fine.
Sarah,
far as I know.
sometime before fucking Brine and Tide ends, we need to see a dwarf elephant, and it flies by flapping its ears.
And then we eat it.
Oh, no,
It's
that's
little baby Jumbo.
no, it's an archdevil.
Yeah, it's an archdevil.
Exactly. Thank you.
Sweet baby Dumbo.
Oh
Did you
god,
sleep
wait.
okay,
Baldur's Gate
Bianca?
3 has a fucking talking elephant.
Ryoko,
Yes, what?
was your night okay?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
What does that mean?
It means unless someone gives me a reason to think otherwise, it was fine.
Okay.
It's like my watch went great.
As far as I'm aware, I didn't have to make any checks, so I assume it was okay.
Okay. Are you ready to get these people to the beach?
As I'll ever be.
Cool.
Come on, you said something about a beach in the last note.
It's like,
Yeah.
if
the
you can
beach,
make it
where
to
we're
the
going.
northern beach,
Did we?
Diddly do.
The initial plan was to go to the
Oh.
southern beach here, but
Yeah.
it was decided like these were maybe too close. That it's like the water's too shallow and dangerous for boats to
Okay.
get too close. To
so
those.
then
But
we'll switch it to down here.
would be okay to there to like go into this little nook if they said that would be possible. But you know, your plans were there. But
Yep.
you do have the letter, so you can coordinate as a plan.
I sketch out the beach. I put our OG plan here on the bottom part, and then I put new plan question mark over here.
So right back. They seem to be about not too far apart. It should be okay if we head straight there.
We can meet
Nope.
you there.
Okay,
All right.
everybody, slight change of plans. Instead of heading to the south beach, we're heading to the west beach, which is not. It's about the same distance, maybe a tiny bit longer, but that means we won't have to wait as long for the rescuers to arrive.
And no one complains, or no one really has reason to complain. You're the rescuers, so they're going to follow what the group says.
All right, let's go down
no,
down
we're
under.
Gonna save ourselves. But TT.
Let's go down under the trees.
Yeah. Well,
No,
it's the
the giant
What is
bird
this?
in this one ended up being not so nice.
Yeah, we killed Marahute. It's something of
And
tragedy.
it was also it was also the last female, but she's the one who killed her mate, so slightly different than Mara.
She was her own McLeach.
Yeah, and you did rescue the egg, so there's a potentially uncorrupted Anzu being raised by the lizard folk. Who knows how that'll go? So, gathering up like last time. So as you are gathering up the people and whatever little camp supplies you might have put out for anyone during the night, the mushroom stalks have receded, and not during the day they seem just like normal little typical mushrooms that were clearly altered during the night for your convenience. But
Aw.
even as the storm's going, still surprisingly still in full force, even the one previously that you encountered on the island. Actually, the last two, the one that brought you to the island and the one when they attacked the village, it had receded, or at least lessened in intensity by the morning, but this is continuing strong.
Yeah, this thing's really angry at us.
But as you start gathering everyone together, quiet hearts, you look up in the tree, one last time to see if you see your little friend, and in a close branch, kind of perched up, rubbing at one of their large compound eyes, kind of sleepily. They give a little wave. It seems they're more nocturnal than otherwise.
They will wave a goodbye.
And the same Rain, if you notice this approach, it'll say like to you, Rain, and it says, "I'm gonna stick here with the tree, see if that thing comes back. I'll try to protect it." But
Yeah, she'll give the note that she mentioned the other night.
and they'll flutter down, take it, and tuck it under their like tuck it in their armpit, like someone holding a large piece of like a poster.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I saw you grab one of these before. Hold on." And they zip on up into the tree. Then they're gone for a few minutes. But
crazy weather, huh?
so while they're gone, how are you all going to? Who's going to lead this? Because it will again require leading the group.
Mm-hmm.
Forging a path through, and need someone to be
That
able
will be
to
me.
keep an eye on this group. It's going to be more difficult considering the storm. Although, well, there's both good benefits where you're no longer on a mountain, and the forest is a little more clear than it was further in, but it is still a very heavy storm going on. Okay, 23.
Nice. I'll aid Quiet Hearts in the watching of people, give them advantage.
Quiet Hearts to be in back, so they can keep an eye on everybody.
Yeah, Rain will be like in the middle.
With all your eyes.
Yes.
So, before you roll, this will be with aid. It will just be a straight roll. You have a straight roll for the survival, rather than disadvantage, because you have the lizard folk who are familiar with the island assisting you. So
that makes sense.
So make another survival.
No. It would have been normally disadvantage, but because of the native lizard folk helping you,
Right.
That made it a straight roll because they are not too unfamiliar with this place, and basically home turf. They know how to traverse a jungle.
Right.
But so with Rain's assistance, Quiet Hearts, it would just be a straight roll as well.
Okay.
Hey, my God.
Nice. Okay. So as you start gathering everyone together, they gather what little weaponry they had assembled. Mostly pickaxes from the mine, and a few have gathered some sturdy walking sticks they found while walking. But as you start to go, Rayan, you look up as you catch that little glint of glowing purple light as the pixie darts down, holding something that's actually fairly similarly colored. before they reach, flutter down and drop a small chunk of stone in your hand.
Oh,
Very familiar colored, uh, kind of amethyst. But this one,
oh.
rather than an imp or a Hezrao, this is a kind of perched with, limbs, long, gangly limbs wrapped around itself. A large, skinny humanoid with a kind of bird-like beak and head with wings curling around it. If you wanted to do an
Oh.
Arcana or Quiethurst, you could do it as well, since you probably see this.
Yeah. 19. Oh, quite hard.
Quiethurst, you recognize it from just like, you weren't ever told what it is. You were just like pointed at pictures saying, "This is a demon, kill it." But you recognize this one, Ryan, as this is a rock.
Oh.
Matching the same set, seemingly the same set that you've had. This is a
So
rock piece.
okay. So it's an amethyst quartz.
It's kind of like the same size of what like a chess piece would be, just for like visualization.
Nice. Oh, thank you. Does this one bite me?
Nope.
Okay.
This one is inert, or seemingly inert, as they hand it over and they go, "It was shiny, but it kind of stinks. So better if you have it, right? You seem, yeah. I saw you pick up some other ones.
Yeah, we've got 2 other ones. We think they're keys.
Or no, they would have seen you. They were like, I saw you pick one up, over, and they point off to where you found the Hezrao, like in that direction,
Yeah.
because it's not far from where you are actually.
Yeah, I think they're keys.
And they kind of shrugs, like, "Yes, normally keys are skinny and metal, but who knows?
Oh, thank you.
Civilization people are weird. Bye bye. Be safe." And they again give a little wave to you, quiet hearts. And they zip up into the tree.
Ryan looks out at the rock.
It's just the
Squints at it.
scowling, angry bird-looking thing.
She squints at it. Does this look like an angry Carano to you?
You're asking Quiet Hearts?
You might not
Yes.
want to.
They will look at it for a minute and just go, "No, I don't think so. I think an angry
Don't
Corona would be
Corona
much scarier.
Sorry, what was it?
I think an angry Corona would be much scarier."
Alright, off we go, everybody.
Oh.
Stay close together. The buddy system.
So I'm just gonna. Let's see. Okay. So as you're marching along through the storm, the lightning flashing, thankfully because it is daytime by now, there is still enough diffused light through the storm that it's not pitch black, but going through this jungle, it is fairly dark. But with the aid of the lizard folk, you're managing to find easy enough paths through it. Probably hunting paths they haven't used in years, but have been walked by wild animals and such. But continuing along, Quiet Hearts, you and Rand there a couple times, and you as well, Ryoko, where you've had to kind of peel off and redirect some of the people as they've started to accidentally get distracted and peel off from the group. Not like significantly, but like someone starts like not really paying too much attention as everyone's just marching through the slog, that they start losing the group. But through your
They
diligence,
feel like
you
they,
managed
they
to.
feel a tendril gently wrap around their arm. Now this way.
That gets a couple of screams. Not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Um,
It's
but
weird when your magic hand is tendril.
yeah, but with both of those pretty dang good rolls, yeah, you make it to out here. You get to the edge of the jungle. Like to the south, you can see the roiling ocean, the waves lashing. You can see the beach where you're expected to go initially, but it was about maybe another hour and a half until the other beach. The lizard folk
All
predict. But
right, good. We need to keep
so
going.
yep.
It,
And now that you're not in the jungle, it should be, or now that you're on the edge of it, where it's not like as densely treed, it might be easier. But now you're getting hit fuller with the wind and the rain.
do I have anything that could help with that? Don't think so.
Yeah, and
Oh
Ryoko,
well.
the umbrella
Hmm.
that you got from the village, it's not much help with this level of downpour.
Can this help at all? Actually.
But uh, we're going to switch over to the boat. I need one last navigator's check from you, Corano, as the storm continues to rage around you.
Okay. One more.
Utroth is going to make. God dang. He's going to make a check as well. Okay. That's a damn good roll. So, through the lightning flashes, you see exactly where you need to go. This beach, as you see, it's probably as you start getting closer, you'd probably be like, as you hear by now,
Mm-hmm.
you'd see that's probably the gentlest place and most likely to be, where you might be able to cast off again. Because you don't see very many rocks. It's mostly sandy beach and sand dune or grassy dunes. So it doesn't look like there's many rocks in that area.
Okay. She'll stick out a pike from where she's hanging in the rigging and like over to the shoreline. Just kind of bellow down, "There, Landho!"
And Utra barks out some commands in Saurian, and the lizard folk adjust with the Sahagins standing but near you, Amon, as they kind of look to you, and Aquin goes, well, you caught them up, so they know the basics of your story and the group story at least. So you say my entire tribe has been taken. I will gladly join you to do what we can. All I remember when I try to think about it is those eyes and
Yep.
being so angry.
Yep. That's about what everyone else has been going through. So
They kind of are like thanks to the healing bark, the gill wounds have healed up, fully, but they would still reach up and touch where the parasite had been lodged.
physical wounds may be healed, but the mental scars will last forever.
Oh my god.
And they kind of look at you and it goes, "You are very chipper."
I am
Man,
mostly,
shut the fuck up, man.
I am mostly scared about the tall cleric over there. She has been grumpy and demure since we've been on this island. I do not want to be zapped.
That's me laughing about this, Hagen. They kind of look up to Corrado and says, They're quite frightening, but encouraging to be on their side.
Yes. And he'll kind of lean in. It's like, you're not the first one we've pulled the parasite out from the gills. On the island, there is a settler of shipwrecked villagers. Um, and we have taken a few of the Sahagin that have come up on land to try to take people that were defeated in combat but not killed, and the parasites removed from their gills. I don't know what happened to them, but if mine worked and I was really rough, they should be doing good. They have a doctor.
Even though they have like a fishy face, for lack of a better term, there's still that wince, or like a flinch when you mentioned the ripping, because that was their first sensation of waking up.
Right, sorry.
No, I thank you for this. It is
Yeah, I could not
something
bring it
that
up.
I can repair or repay.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna be marching underwater later, so we'll probably be like asking you for your help at that point. So, because we're going down to kill the thing in the reef once we get a couple other things on land done.
Looking at the storm, I mean, that timetable may have been pushed forward.
They nod and they kind of look over to the shark and goes, "As not sure what help me and a single shark can do, but we will help."
Most appreciative. We'll probably have you hang around here around the lizard folk, because they're good folk. They're good people, and they'll make sure you're taken care of. Also, that's a fucking flying shark. Where did you guys get those?
And they kind of look back to it and they go, we did not have any among our schools, at least from what I can remember." And they kind of look at each other and goes, "I am much older than than I remember myself to be."
Aww.
Ooh, I'm
Fucked
sorry,
up,
my
man.
friend.
That's fucked up. I can't wait to murder this thing.
But they look to it and goes, "It is. They are considered very lucky to have. They bring good luck to a tribe or to a shoal. They
Mhm.
wouldn't say tribe. They would say something like shoal." But
Yep.
they go ahead.
Well, we're glad to have you on our side. As a heads up, the people on land might be a little jumpy. We just found out that they were kidnapping the land dwellers and using them to mine Orem. And we stopped that.
And then they should be friends,
Yes.
or we have the same enemy.
That should win over most people. To be fair.
Well,
I just want to give you a heads up. If they're a little upsetty spaghetti, that's why.
they kind of tilt their head at that expression.
I don't know. I picked it up from a Brine dwarf.
Oh God.
They kind of give a slow nod. But let's see. I'd say that boat ride versus trudging with such a large group on land, yeah, and with such a good navigator's check, yeah, you'd probably get to the beach before. Yeah, you would get to the beach before the rest. So use at your guidance. Utroth leads the rest of the lizard folk to beach the boat on a pretty, if it wasn't storming so heavily, this would be a nice beach to, if this was a resort island kind of place, it'd fairly be nice. There's, but at the moment, it will serve as a landing point. So you have made landfall. You can stake up, keep a perimeter watch, or if you want, you can attempt to go find and lead the others here if you wish. But
We'll give
we'll
them some time.
switching over to the rest. I need another survival check and perception, please. We use the same setup before if you want.
Do the perception.
Okay, 16. And if you wanted to do another survival. Okay.
Oh god. Can I roll survival?
Well, no, it was him getting help from the lizard folk.
Ah, right. God.
As you're trudging through the jungle, Quiet Hearts, there's a point where you have to step off to the side and help someone that kind of started to get lost. But as you're guiding them back, Ryoko,
Yeah.
you spot kind of slinking through the jungle, surprisingly stealthy for its size as it seems to be trying to creep up to Quiet Hearts. You spot a troll
Whoa.
as it's like lurking behind a tree, behind a trunk, you realize it is staring at Quiet Hearts. As they had wandered off to help someone get closer, you kind of get this thought that maybe Quiet Hearts hadn't pulled them off, that troll would have gotten a snack. But
Troll. And I point at the troll.
what'd you say?
I said, "Quiet
Cut out for a
Hearts,
second.
troll," and I point at the troll.
Okay, sorry, I cut out for a second.
Oh
No.
Lord. Well, if you put it out, they're going to turn slowly and take out the fucking Morning Star.
When you shouted
God.
that out and point in that direction, the troll whips its head around at you, Ryoko, snarls, and then tries dashing into the jungle, and just trying to flee.
Oh,
You
good.
can. So you've managed to startle it into fleeing because it realized it rolled a 16 for stealth, so you got it right on the right on it.
Let
So,
go, Quiet Hearts.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to have to fuck with it. I just want it to not fuck with
Yeah.
us.
Let it go, Quiet Hearts.
They're glaring for a minute, and I think they're going to shoot a laser beam at it as it's running
No,
IB.
damn it.
yeah, go ahead, beam it.
Now, they don't need to hit it, but they're trying. The sense of it is, just fuck off. 16?
Yeah, that hits it.
It's getting just a searing lash across his back. Ooh, damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you scorch it pretty good.
That's
As
nearly
there's
max.
this shout in Giant, which you know Giant, so it's that very broken trollish version of Giant, where you're basically very broken. You're like, God fucking damn it, that hurt.
Quiet Hearts.
But they keep running off into the jungle.
It was already leaving.
You hear one of the other
Trust
people
it.
goes, "Well, that'll teach it to come back then." Okay, let's get to this boat. And everyone else starts picking up the pace.
Come on.
There's kind of an angry look at Quiet Hearts from Rayan.
They look confused.
And one of the lizard folk that's been tracking through the jungle with you, kind of looks to you and goes, "Strange, trolls rarely get that close to groups this big.
Yeah.
Must be starving or desperate." or thinking it would get lucky. Might have been dumb.
Yeah.
Internally, I don't trust like that.
God, Ryan has tried so hard to get that, and still it's quite hard. Hey, if something's running away, you don't gotta hit it.
Yeah, but if it runs away, it can come back another day, so you got it now.
I don't. The fact that that rhymes makes me concerned.
That might have been something they were taught in the church.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't say that out loud though.
But there is a bit of a like. Yeah, there's an angry look from Ryan before she goes back to focusing on the people.
Yeah, every child knows the nursery rhyme. An Eldritch Blast today keeps the troll away.
You're traversing through the jungle, troll diverted. As it takes a while, but eventually you break through the foliage and you see the beach down, and there in the distance, quite hard, you're probably the one who'd be able to see it with your perception being what it is. You see the silhouette of a longboat up against the beach. And as you approach, you see the colorful feathered form of Corotto up on the rigging, wings spread wide. And from a distance, you all hear the cackling as the thunder and lightning's going. The bird laughter, kind of like helping guide you, honestly.
Looks at her.
They do pause for a minute to see just Corano reveling in the storm, violence, just like, oh.
And bizarrely, some of you maybe think that you might be hallucinating, and some of the people actually do rub their eyes once they notice it or have it pointed out to them. There is a shark circling in the air, swimming above the boat, kind of circling it in a lazy kind of just like you'd be seeing a shark just swim through the shallows of waters. It's just flying above the boat.
It's rare, but it's known to happen to sharks and other fish. It's fine. It's with the rest of us, so it's gotta be harmless. Well, okay, not harmless to shark, but like benevolent to us.
I wouldn't put it that far ahead.
Amon says up on the boat as you rejoin each other.
I'm assuming he just kind of like pops up behind Ryan with that. I wouldn't
you
put it
probably
that far.
hop down to join them.
She spins around and she shrieks, spins around and swats you in the face.
Make an attack roll, unarmed attack.
God no.
Oh no.
Negative
Worse,
2
it's
strength.
1 damage.
Oh no, you don't have that.
Negative 2 strength. I have a 0 in strength.
So, Amon, you're able to duck. It's just it was more of a wild instinctive swing than like a concentrated attack.
Yeah, because someone just came up behind her and was like talking all of a sudden.
It is good to see you too, Ryan. Come on, we gotta get these people on board. It'll be a rough sea journey back if the Sahagan and the Marrow and the flying sharks coming in were enough.
Hey, where'd you get the flying shark from?
Oh, so we have a new buddy. Say hi, buddy, in reference to the Sahagan.
You do see a Sahagan up on deck, kind of look over. They don't wave, but they do look over the deck with, as you see Utros standing next to him.
Yeah.
Ryan lights up.
So
and runs towards the boat.
Ryan, wait, let me catch you up before you just start asking a million miles of questions. I removed the parasite violently from his throat, and that's why the flying sharks are friend. Okay, now you can go.
Okay. She she looks paused mid run, and then keeps yelling.
All right, everybody on the boat.
Ah, hello, hello.
The Sahagin gives a nod, goes in Aqua, it goes, hello, greet you, child of the deep. Which
Is that what
you
this?
realize it's kind of like the Aquan like title for Tideborn.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Great.
It's basically what it translates out to.
Yeah. Would there be like a like what? Is there like
I
equal
forgot what
term?
Sahagin call themselves.
Yeah. Greetings, whatever they call themselves. I'm delighted to see that you are free.
And they nod and it goes, it's been shocking, but it is good to be free, yes. And they look to the how many people are there, and there's like kind of a frown going. Frustrating that so many people have been affected.
Well, with any luck, we'll be able to get rid of. We'll be able to stop this. Do you remember anything about the thing that enslaved you?
They shake their head. Just that one day when I was younger, still feel young, but just members of our members of our show started disappearing, and then I remember having a dream of red eyes, and then I woke up when friend Amon ripped the parasite from my gills.
Yeah. So what we've been able to gather is that well, we know it lives in the reef in that direction, and 2 points. Which I believe is not too far from your home.
They kind of nod, and that would make sense.
It's possible that it was able to use the parasites on you because you were nearby. It's possible that maybe the parasites can't last too much further because it'd be weird. Well, then again, you were in the water. The parasites might be aquatic.
Yeah, if anyone wants to do like an insight check, but because as everyone's loading up, everyone would be able to. Well, actually, no, only Amon would because this is in Aquan. So Amon, you and Rayan can roll insight checks.
Hey, I'm trained in that skill.
I'm not. I'm good at lying, not reading people.
So, yeah, Amon,
Right?
it
Right?
kind
I
of.
have a.
Well, no, this wouldn't be something you'd be using guidance because it's more like a sudden realization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is what Amon has as you kind of suddenly think about it. When, especially after the mines, you were waking people up from the control just by you know physically damaging them to shock them out of it. While when you fought the Sahagin at the village and on the boat, when the driftwood dolphin was first sank, they fought to the death. There was no, despite the damage any of them took, there was no like, none of them shook awake until this one when you ripped the parasite out.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
So
didn't get
you,
that. I
you,
didn't get
you
the
would get
realization.
that realization that with the parasite, the mental domination is complete until it is removed. Then there's a chance that they can wake up from it.
Okay. So, with the parasites versus like when we
Especially
had
after
the,
seeing the grell, you like after you ripped off the parasite and like looked at it after you scraped it off your sickle claw. There's some kind of disturbing similarities between the parasite and the Grell.
Fun. So, Rain, you remember the Grell from the mines, how it was keeping everyone controlled, yes? And it wasn't until we properly got that taken care of that we were sure it wouldn't enslave more people, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of the
Correct.
Sahagins have many Grells in their gills. And until you break that control that is directly hooked up to them, they have no chance to get them free. That's why when our ship first sank when we arrived to the island, the Sahagin fought to the death.
That makes sense. The Sahagin are more directly useful to it, I guess, in that area. So it wants to make sure it has a strong hold on them. So it put the parasites on them.
Parasites are also very sensitive to temperatures and environments that may not be able to latch onto an organism with lungs like a can with gills.
Yeah. Lungs are weird.
So with that statement, everyone's loaded up on the boat.
Yes.
It is kind of crowded down below for everyone, but pretty much everyone is glad to be able to just relax after that kind of intense hike through difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
So, a lot of them, as you shove off into the water, uh, the some of the lizard folk that were there, all that from the mine, they will help on the boat topside, but they're not going to be too much help considering they are also weakened. So, Corono.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, this would be a decent spot to leave off for the night since it's 8. It's after 8 for me, normal stop time. I don't know if people want to continue or not. Um, might be able to get back to the village. I would probably streamline some of the encounters, or we can try to do the boat ride home next time,
Can do the boat ride home.
Oh,
depending on how tired people are. I'm good to go.
Can you let me go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah. We can take
I would
Yeah,
need to
everyone?
pop off.
Okay,
So.
you need to go.
Yeah, I've got a waking up at 7
Okay.
a.m. thing tomorrow. So
Yeah, so this would actually be a good spot for the session in as we're loading up on the boat.
All right. The next time, we're going to fight krakens and other monsters that live in the sea. Because we're on a boat, motherfuckers.
we're on a fucking boat.
The first time since the first session that everyone on the party has been on a boat,
Oh God.
not counting a raft.
God, are we gonna get?
You don't count rafts on a nautical campaign unless you've been stranded.
Oh God, are we gonna trigger the final boss fight?
We don't have everything set up.